Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Does It Roll? And our second, this is our second episode, right? Have I prepared nothing? I don't think I've done more than
Second
one of these.
episode.
Second episode.
You've done more than 2 episodes worth.
No, I mean, I think if I did more than one of these already, it would have killed me. So, welcome back to I've Prepared Nothing. This is a show where I, a normally over-prepared DM, takes a step back, relaxes, trusts my fellow players, and just generates everything on the fly. I have brought nothing to the table other than all of these designs you're going to see and all of these layouts and the four wonderful people you see before you. And we're going to introduce them starting in the top left with Owen.
Hello, folks. That intro has me thinking, you know, when you have that, at this moment he knew he fucked up. It's like, I trust these players.
That's kind of the feeling. Like it's like that, or like a Gromit when he's putting down one train track after the next, trying to get the thing moving. Like it's that, you know?
Yeah, definitely. So, I am Owen of How We Roll fame. I am playing a level 3 Warlock, level 1 Druid, who's a Drow half-elf called Tylivery. We're going with Aram.
That's going to be Tyler. That's just Tyler. I mean, I respect the Drow heritage and like their whole thing, but no, that's going to be Tyler. Yeah.
Doesn't feel like you expect.
Told me your name was Thai liver.
That's my favorite meal.
You have said it differently every time you said it.
Literally every time.
It's Tylivery, lads, and don't forget us, because I'd be very offended.
Thai liver.
My character will correct you. I'll make this game an hour longer. It needs to be just me explaining.
That
I've
sounds
grown up
great.
with my own name. It's just role playing my own name.
All right, and you are a half-drow Warlock 3 Druid 1. That was a randomly generated character, yes?
Yes, and name, believe it or not.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I mean, it's just so poetic how it just rolls off the tongue. All right, excellent.
Well, if you look at the equipment I have, it's bananas as well, yeah.
And then we're going to jump over to our normal GM, Joe.
Hi everyone, I'm Joe. Tonight, I'm playing Kilvin. He's a runic. No, what is he? He's a rune knight from up north.
Don't you say he's a eunuch? I was like, okay, it's an interesting character choice right off the bat,
I'm
Joe.
so glad I am the only one who heard that. I was trying to
deep
ignore
as well.
nothing.
It's canon. He's a eunuch rune knight.
And he's horse?
I am a rune knight. I am empowered by the ancient ruins of my clan. Excellent. Okay, good. This is going well so
far. But it would
far.
drive me mad by the end of the night.
No, I would just kill all of you and just end the game. All right, and then, and you are Mountain Dwarf Rune Knight 4, and that is Kilvin, correct?
That's right.
Kilvin. Okay,
that's right.
Then down to Curran.
Right. I'm playing Horian and Arakokra. I'm bird person.
Arakokra. I've heard it a couple ways. Yeah, it's like one of those.
Yeah, I'm one of those.
Right.
I'm a birdman. And I am a level 3 monk and a level 1 ranger. This was randomly generated, but then I went in and tweaked it a bit because it had me being some like demon slayer or something, and I was like, I don't know what this is.
It's a lot. Like you want to know what it is before you. Yeah. I'm with you. All right, excellent. And then last but not least, our wonderful special guest who has been on our show a couple of times, the lovely Orla. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, so I'm Orla. Hi. And I'm gonna be playing Snaps, who's an elf fighter, gunslinger, just all around chill dude.
Awesome. Well, I'm getting a bunch of buzz from your mic. Can you tap your main mic for me real quick? Let's see if we can hear it. That's better already. Yeah. All right, perfect.
Yeah, the cable's loose.
Oh, okay. Well, the cable sounds like it's fixed. That is 100% better already.
It's because I'm holding it with my hand.
Oh no! You have to do it the whole game, do you?
No, I'm just turning around for gravity to do the work for me.
Right, okay, fair enough. All right, so at the beginning of this, I asked the four of you to think about 4 questions. And those 4 questions are, where do you start? Why are you at this location? What is your goal? And how well, if at all, do you all know each other? I'm going to roll a d4 And each of you are going to answer one of those 4 questions. And however you answer it applies to everybody. So let's start with the first one. The first question goes to, that's going to be Owen. And the first question is, where do we start, Owen?
Oh, 100% on a ship.
All right. We're going to start on a ship. So we start on a ship. Oops, that is a shop. Hang on a second. That is a ship. There we go. I got too many things here, guys. I got too many buttons to push.
So when you say I've prepared nothing, do you actually mean I've over-prepared everything?
Yeah, I basically over-prepared everything and never actually works, and then that's where we're actually at. Yeah, that does seem to be the case. Yeah.
Like whatever you've got, I've got a place. Isn't it?
I've over-prepared everything is the other show that Aram's going to run, which is actually basically, it's just therapy and podcast.
It's actually,
form,
I'm going to finish.
You can get to do it in this one.
While we're talking about pre-prepping, I'm just going to fix my green screen real quick, and I'll be right back.
Why did he press the button above so they came?
I've over-prepared everything is due to be released approximately 2 or 3 months after Star Citizen.
Yeah.
So
That's a little magic act. I could vanish
it's the
behind the
sister
curtain.
podcast to my show, which is going to be I'm intensely uncomfortable in my own skin. We're gonna like go back and forth between the two, and it's gonna be it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a really fun time for everyone to be uncomfortable to listen to.
Excellent.
Come watch our show to unwind on a Sunday night, lads.
You are on a ship. What kind of ship are you all on, Owen?
It's really big and really fast.
Airship.
Let's just hold there for
No,
just
it's-
1 second. Oh shoot! You know what? It's still not fixed. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna make sure it works.
I'm not even sure what's wrong with his screen.
I know, I have no idea.
I
It looks
don't
great.
see what he's seeing. I don't see what he's seeing.
This is.
He just keeps running away.
I mean, it's moving, but I'm pretty sure that's the effect he has. He doesn't think his effect is.
We're on a ship. It's meant to move.
Yeah, so swaying, you know.
it was a gentle sway.
That's the
Makes
best
me
it's
feel
gonna be.
uneasy.
So
Like none of us have seen the problem.
Yeah,
I
none
know,
of us
I
see
know.
what you see.
Guys, it's here. It's all here.
Including
I'm
the comment,
sorry.
amazing back job.
All right. So after Owen, I'm gonna roll the next D4.
Oh, we're going really big, really cool, really fast. Okay.
That's going to be 3. So, Orla, that's going to be you. And I want you to answer the question, why are you on this ship? Why are you all on this ship?
We are on this ship to perpetrate a righteous heist.
Nice. Okay. All right. Excellent. So there's something on this ship that you want. All right. Good deal.
Yeah.
Then, so that's kind of like the goal. No, because the goal will be like, what is the thing that you're heisting? Okay, good. So the next person is going to be, oops, that's a D20. That's not going to work. So let's try this one more time. 4. So Curran,
Yes.
what is
What is
your
the
goal?
question?
What is the goal of you guys on this ship? Like, what is the thing you're looking for? What is the thing you're trying to take? Who's paying you? Like, what is the setup for this heist?
So there is a large anchor exhibition taking place on this cruise. And we're going to try and steal a solid gold giant anchor.
A solid gold giant anchor. Okay, now why are you trying? Like, did someone pay you to do this? Are you guys like? Oh no, actually, no. Wait, don't answer that because that's the last answer. So who hasn't answered yet? I believe Joe hasn't answered yet, right? Okay, Joe.
Yeah, no.
Then your question that you're answering is, how do you all know each other?
I think we literally just met on the rowboat that we've rowed out here because we all work for like the gig economy. We're like high Soros. No, what could it be? Like
Heister.
You gotta go fun and yeah.
There's like a
gotta
message
be like a-
board
Is
in
heister
town.
with no E? So it's just heist with an or
So edgy.
after. Heister.
Right, heister.
with the
Download
exclamation
We all
mark.
like left. We all like
Alright.
left and matched up.
So you guys all signed up on heister, and there's like a there's like
It's
a message board.
got to be lift.
Right. Ye old lift, right? Okay, so you all have just met each other. You wrote so are you rowing your rowboat out to like sneak on board, or are you getting on like how are each one of you presenting yourself on this ship as someone who should be there? Or are
I know,
you
we
all
should
just
definitely-
sneaking on and like trying not to be seen? What is your plan here?
I don't know. We should definitely all have our own ways of getting onto the ship, like
Okay.
a proper heist movie.
Excellent. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Okay, well then let's go around. Owen, how is Tyler getting on the ship?
Okay, so one of the abilities Tyler has, or one of the spells he has, is disguise self.
Okay.
So he has disguised himself. He was going out in one of the kind of taxi boats out to get onto this ship, but he's disguised himself as like this really crappy, like team mascot, like pirate. It looks like he's going to be selling some tat. He just looks like he's part of the convention
Right.
around these anchors and stuff. Like there's a little, his hat, like on this big giant oversized head says like Anchor Jimmy or something like that. Yeah, that's the name of his character.
You've gone as a booth babe.
Yes, basically.
Yes. All right. Well, I'll say that right now the ship is docked in a major city. Right. What is the name of this major city? Let's give that
Greg.
to no. That's gonna be Joe. What is the name of our major city?
The immediate thing that jumped to mind was Tylerville.
Tylerville? Is that what you just said? So you said Tylerville? Okay.
No,
So
no,
we're-
but it's going to be Tylerville.
We know
we
who
are-
dies first.
We are in Tylerville, and the ship is docked. Is a lot of fanfare, a lot of excitement, because this is the Tyler Festival, and it's a big festival.
Lot of bros.
Yeah.
Name
lot
the
of-
ship too, Aram. Give more names.
The ship's name is Headwind. That is the ship's name. The ship's name is Headwind. It is not Tyler themed like the rest of the thing.
You're the one who brought Tyler into it. I'm
We
the
call
one
the
who did
ship the
this.
Costa
I'm just
Concordia.
trying to work around my stuttering, guys. I'm just like, I looked at that and I was like, no, that's just not gonna happen.
I was like bullying you.
So you guys, the ship is at dock. It's going to leave tonight on this big like inaugural, on this kind of like inaugural cruise. It's a brand new ship. It's one of the proudest ships of Tylerville, and
It's got to be. It's got
Costa
to be an
Concordia, right?
unsinkable ship as well.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
it's
impossible
they're
to
all
sink.
Concordia.
Joe. Technically,
No,
I
hold
mean,
on.
that's a weird thing to say because like if you make a ship, it should be unsinkable. Like that should be the first thing. The first thing should be doesn't sink. That is like
Joey,
number one.
There's a difference between doesn't sink on its own and is unsinkable. Like,
It says-
won't spontaneously sink? Sure.
like, I
is
mean, but who's-
unsinkable
but
if
I
you're
think-
trying?
That just kind of
Like, that's
underlines
a
how
bit
dumb
different.
that was. That I mean, like you never ever say that. You don't say like this is like you say something is flame resistant. You don't say it's unburnable because you're just fucking asking for it, aren't you?
I think on the side it
just
just
already-
says not a submarine, right? Is that...
Yeah. That's
It's already
above
designed
water.
Really cool, really big.
All right, so this ship is docked. It's gonna leave in a couple hours. The guests are milling in. There's two gangplanks to get on to. Well, there's three actually. There's like the cargo one that's around to the side. Then there's the general crew. I'm sorry, the general passengers are allowed onto the deck first, and they all are milling around on top and having drinks and various, little appetizers, right? And there's some like magicians casting little cantrips to entertain the crowd. And then there's a second plank, much fancier, that goes right into the mid deck, right into the heart of the ship. And that's clearly where all the fancy people are going, where all the rich people are going. This is like an elite thing to begin with,
Anchor Jimmy.
right? Like like you have to have some money to get on board this ship, but that gangplank's got. It's like that's the platinum plank. This is kind of the electrum plank, right?
And everyone in the lower decks is Irish, right? Is this?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
That's how it works, yeah.
Yeah. I'm half Irish. I can say
Okay,
that.
well, that got real quick. All right.
Look, I'm with you, Orla. Now we're just gonna kill all of them. It's fine.
I suddenly feel really uncomfortable. It's the only.
Good, and you
Good.
should.
Good.
So I
'Cause you
get the
should.
platinum
The
one, right?
intention.
Yeah. So now the game's about killing Joe and making his ancestors pay. Right? That's what we're gonna pick up.
Hey, I can do a really good Irish accent. Hang on.
Yeah, no, don't
God.
add, Joe. Don't add.
No.
All right. So,
I'd
Tyler,
love to hear it.
how do you get aboard the ship? What is your plan to get aboard the ship?
Yes, Thai liver.
Oh, my plan is literally I'm walking on as Anchor Jimmy. So
So
that
it's
sounds good enough.
like, is it a head thing? Like, is it like
Oh no,
describe
like
the
as
outfit
in,
to me?
I'm
So
confused.
this became way more classy than I expected it to be. It was an anchor exhibition. All of a sudden, it's fucking a Met Gala when I was expecting it to
You
be more
said it
like.
was a solid gold anchor. I'm expecting it to be like, you know, like
Which
they're gonna
one
be
is solid gold
hoity-toity and they're
classy?
gonna. What is solid gold classy? Anything that's solid gold that's that big becomes classy just based on value. Like once you get past, you know, like 20,000 gold, it's like, oh, that's
Also,
quite
rich people
nice.
aren't classy. Rich people are
That's
tacky as
true.
fuck.
rich
That's
people
true.
aren't classy, but they pretend they are. Right? It's all you know. It's all fucking that.
They put gold
rich
on their
people-
anchors.
So
There's a guy in the
people
front like,
have-
this is the best
Yeah.
anchor. No anchors will ever be as good as this anchor. It's the finest anchor that anyone's
people
ever
have
seen.
fuck you money, so they can kind of get away with doing whatever they want, right? That's the.
So these people have so much fuck you money, they'll spend it on anything that they necessarily don't need.
They
but
have so much fuck you
It
money.
starts to
they're
become
going,
fuck myself money
right,
at some
yeah,
point.
it does. But they have
Yeah.
so much fuck you money that they're going on a cruise to look at anchors. Okay, so yeah.
Ooh,
and
no,
Cosby
I
Burke is
think
the-
there's going to be an auction for the gold anchor, and I think
Oh,
the
there's
number
Definitely
one
going to be an
buyer,
auction for the gold anchor.
and
There's
the,
going to be
the
an auction
number
for all
one
these
buyer
anchors.
is the guy who has a solid gold boat and is looking for the anchor to match. This is
Well, otherwise it would just be silly.
Yeah, right. It's
yeah.
ridiculous.
He's got a solid
otherwise.
gold yacht, and he's looking to get the package.
first wave that's
All right.
against the boat.
So you are just going to walk directly onto the ship in some sort of get up, like some sort of.
So I'm
like,
no, I'm like a salesman. Like the way I see it is, so like Anchor Jimmy's anchor polish is like I'm there to shill it as like
Right.
like a mascot, like Tony the Tiger for Frosted Flakes. You know,
Alright.
like that's me.
So you're walking up this dock, and you're about to hit the first checkpoint, and there's a couple people in front of you in line. They all have tickets. You don't have a ticket, so you get to the front of the line, and you do what?
So what does the doorman like or person look like? What are we
Okay.
dealing with here?
So she is tall, about 5'11", big shoulders, just big shoulders, really nice arms. A little gruff, but you can tell there's a heart of gold underneath there somewhere. She got like shock white hair and these pale blue eyes, and she looks like she's from the north. And she looks up at you as you're walking up, doesn't say a word, just puts her hand out.
Hello, I'm working the exhibition.
You got your pass?
No, I'm with the Anchor Jimmy's polish. It's real shiny for your shiny anchor.
She looks up at your anchor. She looks down at you. If you don't have a pass, I can't let you on. Sweetheart.
So is she holding like what's the deal? There's like a rope, a clipboard. What kind of situation am I dealing with?
Yeah, so they've got like a little they've got like a little table behind them. There's some pamphlets and there's some like and there's you know with an itinerary, and they've got these little teeny anchor pins that they're handing out to everyone in a little grab bag, and they've got a clipboard, and it's basically her and then this little furtive guy who's running around all nervous, and she's just standing there clearly as bored as hell, just checking off names.
So I'm gonna kind of just scoot in beside her and try and like read the clipboard. Like, my name's got to be on there. It's Tyler. It's under and I'm gonna be as
can
I'm beside
roll.
her.
Yeah, you can roll a
No.
perception, a sleight of hand, or a
Oh,
persuasion.
hold on, I got something
Yeah.
slightly
Alright.
different. I'm gonna try.
Alright.
I'm gonna try and cast command
Oh.
and say the word. Just if you just drop down here, and when I say the word drop, she drops the clipboard, and I'm going to try and pick it up and then I don't know,
like
like
it.
drop it in the water or like accidentally just be a putz about it.
What is my saving throw against command?
Good question. Where's command?
It's got to be wisdom, right?
It's wisdom, yeah, wisdom
All
12.
right. And she rolls. So that's an 18. So
Oh, this is an iron-willed bitch.
you're like, yeah, she's like, she's. This is clearly not where she should be. Like, she should be captain of the guard. She's clearly pissed someone off. She should not be on this particular beat. And it's clearly beneath her. But she's not gonna fuck up. Like, as soon as you say a drop, like you see her fumble it, but like it falls out of her right hand and she catches it with her left, and she just comes right back up, acts like nothing happened. And she's just flipping through. Is like, I'm looking for it, sweetie. So she's flipping through the pages now, and she's not finding your name.
I mean, I'm going to be on the convention floor setting up the stand. Like, I can call my boss if you want, and like, he's not going to be happy. I mean,
And she just sighs and she folds the thing and she's like, whatever. Welcome to Happy Anchor Pins. Here's your anchor pin. Be good. Don't fuck up, and don't tell them if you do fuck up that I sent you. Got enough to deal with here. I get. Also, use the back entrance, not the front. Don't walk in with the main crew. Understood?
I get it. I don't want to be walking with those animals. They're all assholes.
She just waves and she goes back to the next. So she already has forgotten about you completely. She doesn't care. She's on to the next one. And you are walking towards the ship. So, Kilvin, how are you getting aboard the ship?
So Kilvin has, because it's a heist movie, can we do like a flashback to the day before where
Sure.
he's like
Why not?
You're so extra, Joe.
Absolutely.
you've never
could
seen
do
a
that.
heist movie?
No,
So
I'm
he'd be
with you.
walking along. Say the day before
I'm
he's
dressed
like,
I'm dressed as a mascot sneaking in. Of course, I've seen a heist movie, man. I'm the comedy relief in this heist movie.
I'm just imagining like high energy pan flute while this is happening.
so the day before he was like hanging around the docks until he spotted someone who works for the ship.
Yeah.
And I think he's either going to try and rob their uniform or he's going to like just genuinely just get a job working for the ship.
Okay, okay. So
Probably-
what kind of mark would you be looking for then if you were looking for someone to rob for their, credentials?
Well, he's a 4.5 foot high dwarf, so someone who's 4.5.
So a dwarf, right. So a fellow dwarf in which you could wear the clothing. Right, understood.
He
Okay,
tries to get on board the ship disguised as a hairy child.
great. So I would say that, you like at one of the local taverns nearby, the dwarven crew aboard this ship runs the ship. It's a very fine dwarven vessel, and basically the sale of the ship came with them as the crew. That's the deal whenever they sell these. You're going to hire them to run it. It's like with McLaren when they sell you a car, but you don't actually get the car. You have to like you go to a test track and they're all there and they bring you the car, and then they take the car back when they're done, right? It's like that. So one of these Drew crew members, as soon as the ship comes into port, they just hit the local bars hard. So there's a group of dwarves at a local tavern, let's say a couple nights before the ship sets off, and you come in when they're all pretty heavily into their drink already, and it's a seedy place. It's like not much lighting. You had to go down 2 flights of stairs just to get to it. Like it is a dirty bar.
Sounds great.
There's a punk band playing.
So
So I guess
is the
Kilvin
plan?
he's going to sort of walk into the bar and say, all right, my name's Kilvin. I've just arrived in town and I'm a bit hard up. I'm looking for work. Does anyone here know of anyone who needs a strong arm and a long beard to help?
Hear a wham at the back of the inn is like this big, gruff, just flayed out beard dwarf slams his mug down. Strong, are you? You're challenging me. Come on, laddie. And he just slams his hand up there on the table and is making to arm wrestle. Let's see how strong you really are.
I don't know. You look pretty strong.
I am
You're
pretty
not gonna. You're not gonna hurt my poor flimsy arms, are you?
I'll just crush your ego. Now, come on, laddie. And he, boom, he's like all ready.
All right then, come on.
He's got the beer there. He's got the arm there. All right, I'm in full stereotype at this point. So let's just.
Should we do the apologies to the Scottish people before or after the treatment? Like, because if there's anyone in chat, they're gone.
So sorry. Hello, Scottish people. We love you. Hello. All right. So I would like you to roll, unless you're going to do something else, I'd like you to roll an opposed strength check.
No, he's just gonna roll.
Describe, by the way, what Kilvin looks like.
So Kilvin is an incredibly, even for a dwarf, he's short. He's got one eye and he's got this huge black bushy beard which goes down past his waist, and it's just completely unkempt. He takes pride in the fact that he's never once brushed it. It's this huge tangled mess.
So it's like head, beard, and then legs. That's basically what you're saying, right?
The little arms poking out.
Right, okay. He sort of pushes himself up on the chair, hops down. Okay, and he's gonna roll. What do you say? It was a
You're going to do an
D20.
opposed strength or athletics roll. So
that
I
would
got-
go well.
Well, that was a 4 for a second. I was so happy that turned over. And I got a 2. Okay, so
I got a 24.
Jesus. All right, so how do you,
You break his
crush this
arm.
dude? So like everyone's yelling, the dwarves are like, go, 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 go. They've all got beers, they're all getting really excited. You guys sit down and lock arms, and what happens?
So at first, Kilvin just lets it topple over and is almost down to losing. He reaches out
Money's
his other
being
arm,
thrown in. Yeah.
grabs onto the beer on the table, necks it, and then slams both the cup and the guy's hand down.
Just wham, just like cracks the wood, and it was whoa, and yelling and just cursing, and people are punching each other over bets that were made, but it goes well, and you guys talk for a while longer. You laugh with the crew, you guys drink a couple beers, and towards the end of the night, like he's wobbling, like he's a tough, older, gruff dwarf, clearly used to drinking, but he's wobbling a bit, and he's unsteady on his feet.
And then, is it possible to cut back to the present where I'm holding this enormous crate? And if Ola or Curran, if you want to be in this crate, or for me to carry something that could help your entrance,
I think I can sneak on myself, so it depends. I have pretty good stealth, so does someone else want to get in the crate? Because I think I can maybe make it.
well, the other option is
Strategic.
as I walk by holding this crate, then I kind of look up and nod at one of you two doing your thing. That would be quite a heist movie thing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so let's say that that dwarf was in charge of loading all the large crates onto the ship. So you've got this large pallet. It just like hard cuts to you on the deck with this huge pallet pushing this giant box, and in that box is either Snaps or Horan. Which one of you want to be in the box?
What do you
I'm
think?
I'm not going to be in the box because I had the
I don't think
idea
either of them in the box, are
that
they?
my
I guess we don't know in the box.
yeah.
then. All right.
no one in the
No, I
box.
can be.
It could be
I'm
all
not-
our equipment.
I'm not going to waste a perfectly good plan. I will get
Yeah.
in the box if no one else will get in the box.
Okay, excellent.
Not believe me, I'll do
And
it.
I am in the box.
All right, so then as
Snaps is in the box.
as the camera follows Kilvin wheeling, like it pulls up and he goes underneath, and then we just see on top of the box that it zooms in, and we see Snaps in the box. What has Snaps been doing? So like everyone else gets a whole montage. It's Snaps' montage, just like sitting in the box whistling, waiting to
Just
be pushed.
chilling. Yeah, Snaps is a real chill dude. And he's just like, I'm in a box, man.
Describe what Snaps looks like.
Snaps is tall and lanky. He's a person who is like 90% elbows and knees. And
Right. I relate
and he's
to
got
that.
like long green hair and like an uncomfortable number of ear piercings, like got to the level where people are like, no, it's maybe too many now. Like it's like there's not enough ear there now, and you're starting to make other people uncomfortable.
Just a cry for help.
And yeah, like that's the level that he's at. But other than that, he's pretty chill. And he's just here to shoot people and have a good time.
All right, excellent. So, as Tyler heads around to the back of the ship with Kilvin and Snaps following, pushing this cart, the last character, Horan. How has Horan planned to get onto the ship?
Well, this is the thing. So Horan actually put out this request to gather everyone together because this is his dad's auction to get rid of the anchor, and he doesn't want it to go because he has fond memories of it. So he's like, right, I put together a crew. And I'll stick it to my dad. Yeah, you don't want to know.
A young boy licking the anchor.
Fun memories.
Oh, a young
He's got
boy's
so many
anchor.
fond memories.
We've all been there. We all had our
Yeah.
young boy anchor.
Oh,
So he's
Don't
a part
lie.
of the
He took it for
Arakocra
a walk,
aristocracy,
he's still a lonely
essentially,
kid.
right?
Oh, right. Okay. Wait. So how did your dad and Arakocra get their hands on this?
Aristocracy?
Exactly.
Aristocracy, is that what you said? I wish I could deduct inspiration.
No, that's
so
what-
tell me,
that's
tell me how they got this anchor. How did that come about?
just seagull background, right?
How did they
Are
come
you
about
guys
it?
seagull Arakocras? Please tell me you're a seagull Arakocra. Please.
He
I'll
loves
give your
Canon,
inspiration
yeah.
back.
I'm a seagull. Yeah, you go. Yeah.
He loves stealing people's food and anchors. That's his two.
Yeah,
I'm so happy with that. I'm so
I am
pleased with
I am
that.
like a bird person, but the part that is bird is the chicken of the sea. So we're
That's the family slogan. The chicken of the sea.
we are the chicken of the sea.
Fool them there.
There's like this, there's like that, Horn is, there's like this flashback where they're preparing to tell their tale about how their father came across this anchor, and then it's just like a shot of a beach, and then you just hear like a guy go mine, and then run by and grab an anchor and run away, and that's it. That's the whole background story.
That's how the wealth came about, and well, basically we fell on hard times, and now the dad wants to get rid of it. But I want.
So this
I'm,
anchor
I'm
is
a
just a
rebellious.
packet of chips.
I'm actually a teenager, but I look like I'm an adult because as a bird person, I grew to maturity within about 6 months of my birth. So
And also,
I'm
how
about.
the fuck would anyone know? Is that a young bird seagull person or a young adult bird seagull person? I don't know if anyone's
tell.
going to be able to tell.
Yeah.
Well, the feathers are a lighter gray. Yeah. No, I don't.
Yeah.
I think you're good. Yeah. All right.
So
So
I'm
how are?
seagull.
So you aren't sneaking aboard the ship, assumedly. You're
No,
a
no, I'm
guest.
not. I am a guest. That is right. I will be sitting at my father's table during all of this.
Are you
this
representing
situation.
your father, or is your dad here?
Oh, my dad is here. I'm very annoyed at him, and as I'm going on, I can see.
Are we going to name an antagonist right now, Karen? I think you're going to name an antagonist for us.
Yeah. Well, what is your dad's name?
What's my dad's name? We're gonna call him.
Why don't you love me?
That's what we
did you
all
know?
call our dads.
Mr. Issues.
That's the secondary
we'll
name.
call him-
Mr. Daddy Issues.
I feel like he needs to be a chieftain. We'll call him, or Chief Kevin. There you
Chief
go. Lots of
Kevin.
K's going on.
Okay. Who is taking notes, first of all? I need one of you to take notes.
Literally
we
no
have,
one around.
We have
No,
one
Niall.
of,
Oh, what are we going to do?
okay, then
I'll
all of
get
you
a
pay,
pencil.
All of you pay
Hang
close.
on.
I'll just pay close attention. So, I would let's then begin as you all are boarding the ship. Let's begin, Horan, with you. You are so your dad is how do we put this? You guys aren't rich, so this isn't your place, right? You have something to sell, so
Yes.
you are a guest, but a guest of a certain class. You know
Oh
what I
my
mean?
god, you're done. So the squire in chat, Steven Seagull.
Steven Seagal.
We're changing the name. We're changing the name.
Yes, we're 100%.
Yeah, his
It's now
name's
Steven.
Steven.
It's
His
completely
dad's
Steven.
Kevin, his name.
It's completely Steven Seagal.
Chief
Steven
Steven
Seagal. You gotta
Seagal.
gotta put on the emphasis on that last gulp part.
Oh.
All right,
It's
Steven
also
Seagal.
Stephen with a PH. Just checking. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, continuing.
So, you are in a they are like so in the main area, like the middle deck of the ship is a large open area with some high roller tables in the back. But the main area is like this just large open room. There are a bunch of tables and chairs that have been pushed to the side, and then there are sets of chairs all facing towards like a stage area at the back of the ship. And that is where they are preparing a variety of lovely anchors. There is the main anchor that you guys brought, this huge gold ornate thing. But there's a couple other ones as well in small glass boxes. There's a couple little designed ones. There's a platinum one with emeralds. That's quite nice. There's a very old one. It looks like it was maybe like an anchor to an old whaling canoe, and they are just like made from bone and like all these intricate ruin carving. So there's like there's a bunch of different types of anchors here, but clearly yours is the centerpiece one. And your dad's just kind of walking back and forth with his feathered arms behind his back, just looking at everything, comparing everything. Your dad's very much about like, what do they have? How, is my grass as green as my neighbor, right?
Yeah. So I'm gonna go up to my dad. I'm gonna call him Steven
Yeah.
because I'm a teenager.
Kind of right.
Kilvin, dwarf box lifter, snaps asleep in box, baby with gun. Korean, son of daddy anchor, son of daddy
daddy.
anchors, Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal.
That's the sum total.
My
of
name is Horan Seagal. Yeah.
Right. So, hello, chat. We had a little bit of a crash. I am pushing OBS a bit with this layout. I have over 30 different layouts, all of them have video backgrounds. It probably was not a smart idea. And we may be taxing OBS to what it can do. We may crash a couple more times today. I don't know. This is kind of an experiment. We're learning as we go. So if we do go out, we will come right back. And hopefully it'll be stable from here on out. So, yeah, OBS is trying its best. OBS and me and all of us are all trying our best. All right. So we are still... let's say we're all on the ship now, and you're walking and you're doing a little inspection with your dad. What are you saying to him?
Look, Stephen, I think that these humanoids will purchase our anchor. I think there's no worry there. But I do know that the meal that's going to be prepared with this, the banquet, I believe they may have accidentally added poultry to our meals. So I'm going to go check in with the catering, and I'll make sure that everything's fine. Yeah.
As soon as you say that, he's like, "Oh," and he looks pleased because seagulls are cannibals, so they look. He's like, "Oh, that's lovely." Is it someone we know?
No, but he's a vegetarian seagull.
Yeah, right, of course. Well,
Stephen, the vegetarian seagull.
He is just he's just nodding, right? His head is bobbing, but clearly his eyes have not left this old bone anchor. Like he seems obsessed over it more so than your own. He just kind of waves like, yes, go ahead, I'll be here. Take care of things.
All right, yes. So I try to leave out through a side door, trying to get to the lower decks, so I can meet up with my fellow plotters.
As you walk out the side door, Tyler, you're walking in with your tray of like they pointed you when you got to the back of the ship. They were going to send you up with the crew, but they were confused, and there was a lot of people trying to check things off. So they just pointed you towards where all the anchors are, thinking that you were one of the maintenance people there to help polish them. So as you're walking out, Horan, Tyler's walking in, and you two, I assume, recognize each other.
Well, he might recognize me because I'm probably still dressed as a giant sailor.
It's true.
Horan,
how good is your disguise?
Oh,
I imagine good. We'll go good. I was going to say not good, but no. Fuck it. I'm a
yes.
badass warlock.
Yeah.
Tyler, meet me in the lower decks once you deliver your package.
Sure. Where am I delivering the package?
Just leave it down on the floor. Someone will come and inspect it or whatever. Just come with me.
Okay. And just puts it right at the feet of Horan. Goes, is this what it's like to be rich? Because people you just put something down and they take it away.
I mean, the same thing happens.
Also,
if
it's
you're
like to be poor. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Fair point. So, I know this guy's setup is normally an illusion, but I like the idea of me just taking a giant pirate head off as well, and just leaving it on the floor with a load of anchor polish and just walking over it.
just like you're just like that Chuck E. Cheese mascot. I was like, I'm done.
Exactly.
I'm done. Just walking
on
off.
my break.
Yeah.
He's out.
As we're walking away, we can hear somebody saying, "Who ordered this cheap anchor polish? I need only the finest for my boom anchors."
Exactly. We're not doing this crap.
You're going to end up damaging the enamel. No,
So as you walk in and you put down this big cart, you look up and you see Daddy Seagull right there, and he's just hunched over this one glass box with this one bone anchor in it, and he's staring at it. His eyes, as you kind of look up and let's just give him a glance, his eyes seem to shine with this blue light, and it's like you can't tell if it was a reflection or maybe a shine off of the anchor, but when you look back, it's not there, and it's just this guy. It's just this seagull bent over this box, just staring intently at it, not even paying attention to you.
Horan, what's up with? Is that your friend?
No, that's my father. His name is Stefan. Stefan
We are
Seagull,
not friends.
the chieftain. I had to. He's a posh, so I got to change his name from Stephen to Stefan, right? So
Yes,
I mean,
Stefan Sagal.
I don't know many Aarakocras, so like, how do you know he's a chieftain? Like, he doesn't have like a crown or.
can't you tell by his feathers?
His plumage.
Yeah, his plumage is clearly that of a chief.
Well, I guess it's less dirty than the rest of yours, but you've all the same color plumage.
What? His
know,
plumage
they're-
is clearly off-white. Mine is clearly eggshell.
Yes, and Tyler Bray is very uncomfortable realizing he may be offending a culture he definitely doesn't understand. That
It's
hit
like
way too close to home real quick in real life. I was like, let's change the subject. I mean, as we walk by, we're walking past Stefan, Karen, I assume, to kind of meet the others, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you guys are leaving that
So-
room. So you walked in, dropped it by him because he was already on the way out. So you walked into that room, dropped off your crate, saw Chieftain Stefan, and then turned and walked out, following where Horan was heading out.
Oh, sorry, we're going the other direction. Okay, so I won't curtsy then as I pass him. Bye.
So after you drop it off, do you just leave and then follow Horan down out to wherever you? Where are you going, Horan?
Down to the lower decks where there's a cargo capacity, and I think where I've written in the note where everyone's answering the call. This is where we've set to meet. Is cargo bay A, let's say.
All right.
I thought you were going to say like third class.
There is no
back in
plan
the
B
day.
because if we mess up, we're all dead. This is
It says
All right.
undesirables.
So as you guys are heading down, let's jump down into the lower hold where Kilvin, you have finally wheeled this giant box down into its placement, and just kind of, I guess, drop it off.
Yeah, for sure. So presumably there's all sorts of other boxes there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So he'll like sort of knock on the box just to make sure that you're still alive, Snaps.
I tap a jaunty rhythm in return.
All right. He does the same back.
I would
What a
like
jam.
Snaps. I'd like you to roll a luck die. So roll me a d20 and call high or low.
Well, now this just seems uncalled
This
for.
indeed.
I haven't done anything to you in my whole life. I've done nothing but kind
Ever.
things.
I've never done a single thing
I've
wrong.
done
I know
nothing
this and I
wrong
love
in my
you.
whole life.
Yes.
Hi. Oh no. Oh, I rolled a 6.
Oh, we're not seeing your rolls for some reason. Do you have
That's
your
because I
3D
don't
dice
have
on?
a roll 20 thing, Aram, because I
Oh.
don't play on this channel.
Oh, you don't have a roll 20 link? You didn't have the link? We didn't. We sent
It's
you.
the God's Fall one you normally use.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I was rolling
it's
on
just that one.
on D&D Beyond,
No problem. What'd you get?
but I got a 6 and I fucked it up because I called it.
All right. Do you need a link to the to the roll 20? I'll get it for you. Okay, so
Yeah.
you just so as you guys are like knocking back and forth, someone just like a young human just flips around the corner and is looking at different boxes and checking things off and stops in front of you, Kilvin, and looks at your box and it was like, is there something in that box? Is there an animal? The animals go in the back.
No, sorry. I moonlight in a marching band. I was just practicing a few rhythms. Watch.
Roll
Eh.
roll performance.
I will have to warn you that Kilvin is terrible at everything.
Well,
I
could
had a feeling,
I
yeah.
roll performance? Can I knock
Yes,
while he's
you
trying
can
to knock
roll
on the outside? I
performance as
actually
well,
knock
yes.
from the inside.
100%.
That's a brand new
Oh,
one.
I got a 12 minus 1, 11.
All right. Actually, you can help Kilvin roll with advantage. How about that? So
Well, I got
roll
a 20, so
Okay. Well, you know what? Between the two of you, then, yeah. So there's like here's like and it's like a little bit offbeat, and then he stops, and then you're like boom, boom, boom. You just kind of finish it off, right? And the human stares and like narrows their eyes, but then someone shouts, and she's like, okay, all right, whatever, just take care of it, and turns and walks away. And then, as she does, Horan and Tyler enter the hold.
Oh, thank God you two are there. I almost gave the whole thing away. Sorry, I was playing a tune on the box. And anyway, never mind.
Can I come out yet? It's so small and my legs are so sore.
Yeah, sorry, I was stop playing on the box, let you out, right? And so you'll like tear the box open.
Excellent.
Oh, sorry.
Here it
Mr.
open. Is it a wooden box or a cardboard? Are you carrying a cardboard box with a person in it? It's like the worst.
It's like a big
I'm
wooden. There's
really
no
strong.
cardboard.
I've been
Cardboard
trapped
hasn't
in a
been
cardboard
invented
box
yet.
before.
Hasn't been invented,
trapped?
what?
Well,
You were
it's
trapped
in a
just
cardboard box?
involved.
So, Mr. Seagull. So, sorry, should I call you Mr. Seagull? That's sort of like calling me Mr.
No.
Dwarf.
Name.
No,
You
Mr. Seagull
probably
is,
shouldn't do that.
That's
My father's name.
That's my father. My father is Mr.
Well,
Seagull.
you literally said that your surname is Seagull.
Yes.
Seagull.
Stephen
Sorry,
Seagal.
Seagull. Oh, right. No, it's Seagull.
Yeah.
Get the pronunciation right.
Seagull. Yeah.
Otherwise, it's
Right.
racist. It's got to be Seagull, or it's really Burnist. Come on,
Just like
get it
try
right.
that joke again. I wish. Anyway, someone else speak.
That was beautiful. I love how awkward that got so quick. This is amazing.
Yeah, Snaps just like climbs desperately out of the box, like sweaty,
Yeah.
kind of blotchy. Been in a box for hours, just like a whole mess. Oh, just like a whole mess of it. Dude, like tumbles out, like falls on the ground. That's it.
And
Why have
as
you been in there
do-
for hours? It's just been out over there for just.
Oh, I didn't want to be late. I've been sitting in this box waiting for you to move it for a while.
That's dedication right there.
Yeah,
respect
no,
the
I was kind
dedication,
of
yes.
nervous, you know.
You
Nervous.
guys
Why?
feel a big shove as the boat lurches off the dock, and there's a bunch of cheering and fanfare as you begin to head into the harbor.
No, well, clearly we've left.
Oh, is the anchor in one of these boxes? Because that would make this heist quite easy if it was.
No.
Oh, we're done.
No. I think so it's up. It's going to be given in for auction, so it's actually out in
You
display
take a
at the
Scottish
moment.
accent.
I mean, it's up for display.
Just everyone's from Scotland. Fuck it up.
I no, so she is, and all that. So
It's gonna be a
I
long
was-
game.
Me
I
and
was saying
Niall last
if
week.
you would like to come with me. No, so the right bird person. I am a bird.
There's no editing
The-
in this show, remember?
No, there's no editing. Not at all.
Nope.
Be a bird. Be a bird.
It's our best show.
So we so my father is keeping it up for everyone to see before the auction. So I'm not sure whether they're going to bring it to the back before it gets pulled back out for auction. And I think we can do a swap. There is some gold paint or something that looks like yellow paint, maybe, and there's some anchors laying around here. So if we try and create a duplicate, roughly the shape and size that is yellow, then we can replace it. And with the old switcheroo, we can walk away with the golden anchor.
Honestly,
It's a real anchor. Like, it's a full-size anchor, so you would need a full-size
Yeah.
anchor to replace it.
Well, they're not using the anchor for this ship. Haven't they? Just
Yeah.
pulled it up.
Not
Because we're
currently.
moving, yes, exactly.
Well,
That
I've
is
got an
excellent
idea.
Let's, yeah. Does anyone think this is a bad idea? So we need to
just
split
quick
up because someone has to
how
find
are we
yellow
painting it
paint.
gold? Oh, yellow paint. Okay.
So this
I
is
could
a
find
heist movie.
paint.
This,
I could find
this
paint. I could do
conversation
that.
should have happened
Yeah.
like the night before, and then we come back here.
Yeah,
and
but
we're like,
it was
oh,
funny
heck.
because I was in a box, so I wasn't, around.
I mean,
so-
Kilvin, you're full of great ideas now. It's a bit late for that. You should have thought this yesterday.
It is kind of like, I mean, like, it is rolling the dice to be like, look, let's just get on board and then fucking MacGyver it and let's just see what happens. Like, I mean, it's fun.
They're dumb rich. They're dumb rich
I
people.
don't
It's
know if
fine.
it's the best
My
plan,
mom
but
always
it's fun.
said that you can make a plan, but it doesn't work unless the plan makes you. So
Right.
That's deep.
My mom said life's
I
like a
feel
box
like
of
a better
chocolates.
person
She
already.
wasn't very original.
My mom said you're all under arrest, says the bird. No, so you guys are just like in the area of planning. There's a lot of people going out and forth. You guys kind of like have a little bit of free reign, but you're always having to like shuffle into an area where there's not a lot of people, so you don't gather eyes. You don't think you don't think you'll be able to be down here much longer without drawing attention to yourself.
well, I'm gonna try and find some paint. I think that's what I'm gonna do.
All right, I'd like you to roll investigation or not search. What the fuck is it? What is it?
That's
Investigation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is investigation. Isn't it like a
Yeah.
search? Isn't it? No. All right, whatever.
No, that's
fine.
not a thing. That hasn't been a thing for 7 years. That's a 12.
I mean, it's like 12. Okay, it just seems like I mean, if I'm trying to find my keys, I'm not investigating for my keys. I am searching for my keys. It's not like I have.
Okay, but
Who
there is
could
only-
have done
there's
this?
There's not many skills, so they amalgamate.
All right, so you got 12. You find a paint miraculously. You do find a paint, but it's like it's not. It's more yellow than gold. I mean, it'll work,
Right, okay.
but it's not quite right.
Right. Okay. Well, Snops wouldn't really care, so Snops takes the paint.
It's yellow. It's fine. It's done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got the
it's
paint.
So
All
sneaks
right.
back, trying to find the others.
I mean, literally, like as you were having the conversation, Snaps just looked to their left and was like, "Oh, here." It just pulls a. Yeah, it's like right there. Hey, got it right here.
I mean, guys, we're not going to find yellow paint on a boat. It's too late. We need a better
I found
plan.
it! Yay!
Exactly.
See,
Exactly
simple
what
as that.
happened.
As long
Right,
as
I'll
you
go
get
get
the
the
Have
anchor.
like a positive mental attitude, man.
Now comes the real question.
You're all
Where do
bunch
we
of
find an
anchors.
anchor?
I know where it is. It's just back here. Hang on, I'll go get it. And Kilvin's going to go in search of the ship's actual anchor, or one of them if it's a big ship.
Sure. I mean, it's easy enough. It's in the back and it's attached to the ship. So you'd have to either like go up and over the top and then go get it, or maybe go at a porthole and try and drag it, or climb out the outside. Like somehow you have to get outside the ship to the back and get that anchor.
I mean, how big's the porthole that I can pull the anchor through it?
No, I understand.
It's a pretty big ship. I would say that there's maybe, let's just say they're like big oh, you know what it is? In the captain's quarters, right? There's big windows in the captain's quarters. So if you snuck into the captain's quarters, you could pull the anchor through the window.
Right, so I didn't need to do that because I have because you said we can have a magic item, so I've got magical pigment, so I can literally draw a door on the wall and then it'll become a door.
Wait, I don't know this Bugs Bunny magical item. Tell me about magical pigment.
That's amazing.
So this
That is amazing.
So this is literally so I discovered this today, and I don't know how I've never known about this item before. So it's called Nolzar's Marvelous Pigments, and so you get like 4 little pots, and you draw something and it becomes real.
It is. It's Bugs Bunny. That's fucking fantastic. I love it.
So you can
All
draw
right,
a door and it becomes a door. You can draw pits, it becomes a
Looney
door.
Tunes bullshit.
All right.
It's
So
in the DMG. It's a normal magic item.
Is it?
where
Yeah,
are you
it's
drawing this door?
Normal.
So I'm going to try and get above the water level.
Good. That's what I was waiting for. Because if you'd walked to the back and drawn it, you would have sunk the whole ship. Okay, good. So you guys make your way up to an area you think is going to work. It's easy enough. You know the general
Captain
area
Wiley
where the
Coyote's
back of the
quarters.
ship is. And you guys, so while, are you all doing this together or are you doing this alone?
Might be good to get like a distraction, depending on.
I
how
could go
busy
with
it is.
you, and then if you need a distraction, I could be very distracting.
Ah,
Okay. Excellent. So if
But in
Snaps
the
is
meantime,
going
I can
with
be very
Kilvin.
sneaky.
Nice.
Oh,
All right,
hang
so-
on. Can we get the crate or a big crate and one of the cart that I was wheeling it with? Wheel the crate down the corridor to roughly where the anchor is. Paint a door in the wall. Grab the anchor. Put it in the crate.
Good idea.
Oh, I like that idea. Okay.
We
All
don't,
right. So
we don't want to be walking
Snaps
through the
and-
ship with an anchor.
Sure, that is a better idea. Actually, that's a much better idea. So Snaps and
Well, I just
Kilvin are
popped
going
out
to
of the
go
crate, so
go get the anchor. What are Horan and Tyler doing in the meantime?
So as that's happening, I'm going to RP to discuss this idea. So feel free to tell me I'm an idiot basically. Look,
Yes, yes.
Horan, we're going to need to like clear that anchor exhibition room, or at least get some people out of there, because less eyes means
Yes,
our job's
yes.
easier. And I have this, and I'm going to take out my magic item, which is a rust bag of tricks.
ooh.
And as I'm explaining, I'm going to reach in and pull out these fuzzy balls going, so look, this is a cool item that I got in mail order. If you throw in these balls, it becomes like a crazy animal. And like rich people, they're scared of anything with 4 legs.
Like,
Yeah,
And I
elephants,
think
you know.
regardless of the amount of money you have, if you're on an enclosed boat and someone throws a wild animal in there, you're gonna be afraid. I don't know why having a lot of money would make you more afraid.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
no, this
I'm
is
not-
true though. Rich people are more afraid of animals.
Yeah, I
Is
have
that
many a
true?
person in real life
Yeah,
oh
it's
man,
true.
they've accused me of like, your dog is unwieldy. I was like, no, he's just off his leash on a beach. This
I just
Yeah,
think-
he's
no,
like,
it's
I
he's-
just
he's
think
like
rich
it's
people
real.
are more prone to voice displeasure. I'm not sure
That
if
is
they're more
also
afraid of
true.
animals. I think they're just more gonna
no,
whine
but
about
they
it.
they take
So, okay.
anything that is inconvenient as a personal affront.
That's true.
mean, I take-
Everything's a threat. Yeah.
I take your point. I take your point. Weird, disembodied voice. But they leave to complain to the manager at the very least. So they're off the floor.
No, I think
Right.
I think it's an excellent idea. I would
Or-
like to what or
I was just going to say that there's a lot of birds here. Could we create something that birds don't like?
Again,
Or is it-
most
is it-
four-footed animals? I mean, like, I don't want to like.
you just
attack
unleash a
birds.
bunch of mice,
feels
you're just going to have a bunch of birds swooping around trying to pick them.
It feels like you're advocating so like a racist attack as a distraction,
Right.
and I don't know where to go with that.
A1, yes, and B2, it's seagulls. It's not mice. It's bread. It's just you just take the edge
bread with
crust off a bread, and they're gonna fight to the death for it. That's all you gotta do.
Oh man, I grew up
There's
by
not
the
even that
seaside.
many-
It's French fries or chips. Like
There's quite a
depending
few
what part of the country
Aracochrans,
you're
but there is only 2 seagulls, right? That's myself and my dad, Stefan.
Yeah.
There's no
Exactly.
Um,
I would say
from.
there's
Stefan's
probably
currently
like
up there practicing judo.
there's got to be an Aarakocra hierarchy depending on what kind of Aarakocra you are. There's got to be, right? So I would imagine
yeah.
the seagulls are generally not considered like seagulls aren't like the eagles, right? And the condors and the top and like maybe the owls and the parrots,
but-
like the top level Aarakocra birds of the Aarakocra
Yeah.
Arakocracy. Was that what it was?
it was,
Yeah,
yeah.
But if you're going Godfather hierarchy, he's like the slimy right hand man of the Godfather. Like the seagulls are clever whitey fuckers. They're the ones
Yeah.
that they do the
Exactly.
dirty work and they're protected because of it. They're made men or
The
birds.
seagulls are the fucking cleaners. They just go there and take care of
well, I
whatever.
mean,
yeah.
The
Yeah.
seagulls came to prominence during the Great Alliance with the albatross. So
Yes.
what happened is
I wanna write this
the
lower so
ever
bad.
enduring like time in the skies. They were known as sky gods for a while, and then when they sort of died off,
the condor clan.
the condor clan.
my
I mean, vultures
God,
are actually below seagulls, so I wouldn't be too
That's
bad
fair.
about it. It's
That's for, but everyone's afraid of them. So
yeah, but
while
also
so
like
they're
there are
below
German
you, but
eagles
they're,
which have like these beautiful German eagles, right? But they're not really allowed to be proud, so they kind of shame away off since the war.
yeah.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Side note,
Oh,
by the way,
Lord.
it was because of I love the fact that you are a monk, Horn, or at least partially a monk, because your dad, Steven
Seagull, yeah.
Steven Seagal is, of course, a very well trained monk. He is at least a 5th or 6th level monk, highly trained fighter. Yeah, taught you
would kill
everything
all
you
of
know.
Fighter
Yeah.
in the Western realms of the Forgotten Realms. He studied in the Eastern realms. He's respected by all the Eastern guys. He has a reality TV show where he tells people that constantly for no reason.
All right, so what are
He knows,
so
how to, he
Rao-
knows how to do Taekwondo, is it?
Yes, that's exactly. God damn it. God damn it. Why can't I? Yes, I will give you inspiration for that. Fine. For Taekwondo, you will get inspiration. Fuck me. All right.
Oh man, I've made so
So-
many puns in our 6 years. Nothing that good.
Well, Kelvin and Snaps are headed to get the anchor. Horan and Tyler are headed where to do what?
So we're going to be we're going to be planning how we make the distraction because we don't know that we've secured an anchor to paint
Sure.
yellow yet.
Sure.
So we're going to scout out the main room. We're going to I'm basically going to be like, I'm supposed to be here and this is my friend, right? We're just going to be able to scout the room, talk to some people, see how we're going to play this.
Okay.
So look, Horn, just a quick question. This
Yeah.
thing is kind of a bit hit and miss. It can be anything. Like, I can use like I've got 3 attempts to get something that would scare these people. Like I can go rats, goats, giant boar, lion.
Giant
Like
goat.
I'm willing. These are all options. I'm willing to keep throwing. Like I've got 3 of these balls. I keep throwing. Like if we get an owl, these guys are just gonna make friends there, right? Like we throw another one, we get something else, right?
There's no fucking way an owl likes a seagull. There's no goddamn way.
Like we all hate owls. Let's not.
In my perfect world, I love her, not a
Arrogant
hater. Right?
The owls, like,
condescending bastards.
yeah, you can't really trust them because they can look at you while facing another direction. So
It's true.
it's not.
Two-faced.
It's not. It's, yeah.
So,
Not even
is-
two-faced. It's just 180 degreed.
are all the guests Aarakocra? So this is like an Aarakocra party.
No, it is not an
No, no,
Aarakocra
no, no.
party. There are a variety of different guests. In fact, as Tyler and Horan are walking up to the main room, there is a goblin. They're holding court, a goblin with several goblin attendees slathered in jewels and furs and ridiculousness, parading around with a little gold scepter, pointing at various things, saying about how he's going to buy all of them. Well, that's what will be mine, and that's what will be
know
mine.
him.
That's trash, though.
And
Oh yeah, you do
I'm
know
ta-
what is
I'm-
his name?
I lean over to I'm trying to remember your name again. Was it
My name is Ty Livery.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
really easy to remember.
Ty Liver?
It's literally
So-
one word.
So look, Tyler, see him. That man wishes he's the number one buyer for my father's. He has a gold boat. He has a gold yacht.
all of these. Everything is mine.
I'm trying to remember his name.
What is his name?
What is
What is his little goblin name?
his little goblin name? I feel like it needs to be in fitting with this game so far, and I don't have anything right now. Someone help me. What is his name?
Well, how about this? What's the nickname that people call him?
While you're thinking that, I like the idea of like
How
putting
about
in
we call
different
him the
factions
Hook?
of buyers.
The
is not bad.
Hook. Call him
Yeah.
the Hook. All right, yeah,
That's it.
because
Because
he's
it's
a
massive hook's nose.
Yeah.
well. He got his money down at the docks, right? Like kind of rose up as like a low level enforcer and kind of went up from there. But he's known as the Hook because he'll put you on a hook if you owe. So that's
Oh.
absolutely that works.
So if we're going classic heist movie, like there's often where they're like trying to rob something from under like 3 or 4 different factions. Like there's the pit boss in the casino. There's the rival heist gang. There's all these different things. Can we make I've got another faction I'd love to put into this situation, which I think is great.
Sure.
Like a corporate, like all-encompassing Big Brother type group, but it's just a Cobalt corporation. They go around just buying up gold items for their dragon overlord, but like in a real
Okay.
like bureaucratic
Right.
kind of way.
Okay,
But can
so
it be
on
purely voiced by Joe?
That took a rapid turn.
So on one side of this room,
Kobolds in it.
currently is Hook, is the Hook and his little goblin attendees, right? On the other side of the room, clearly with the gap purposely left between them, are these golden kobolds, these tall, well, for kobolds, tall, thin, slender, all dressed in gold
Power
fabrics,
suits.
wearing gold rings and gold suits. Like every single thing is gold earrings. There's a trio of them with these these dead black nails. It's the only other, shock of color on them, and they're all just standing there, rubbing their chins, not saying anything to each other or certainly the goblins, but very
The ship is about
carefully
2 or 3
appraising
feet
the
deeper
anchor.
into the water because of their presence, right?
They're kobolds. They're little. They're not that big.
But they're
So
covered
just,
in gold.
Oh, they are covered in gold. Yeah, true. That
are
does
very
sink them
nice
down a
for
bit.
metal.
Yeah. And they seem mesmerized by the anchor, but are saying nothing to anyone. And that's what you guys see as you're approaching the main room. And there's also more, there's more security now. So now that there's people on the floor looking at things, there's let's find out how many guards are there currently right now. There are currently, I've never seen that die spin, but there are 4 guards. There are 2 guards
Wow.
at the entrance you're walking into, and then 2 guards across the way.
Security seems to have tightened a bit.
I feel like my plan mightn't work all that good, but like if we can just get like maybe if like this plan we create a commotion and we can get the corporation to fight Hook, maybe like we can get them to blame each other. So are we just doing this? Like I don't know what else to do other than. And as he says that, like he's going to like put his hand back, holding one of these fairy balls, and get ready to throw it, and like look at Horan and give it like eyebrows. Question?
Well, I'm going to look over at you, and I'm in my hand. I'm going to open up my talons, and you'll see that I have a ring of the ram.
Oh, hang on. Could you do a
that wasn't
like a
on the list, was it?
flashback to the night before where Owen's chatting to the kobolds about what they're gonna do? Like if you want to organize like a faction, like a fight between them, you could set it up the night before.
Oh no,
Totally.
no. It's not planned. I want them to.
gotcha.
It's a heist movie.
No.
Yeah, but
this
they're
is
not in on it. Like
are
these
right.
particular,
One.
these
They're
particular
right into
goblins
the
and
show.
kobolds definitely have their own agendas. Like they're not going to play ball with you
Yeah.
guys. You know what I mean? Yeah, they got
They think
high
we're
end
assholes and
backers.
they're assholes. Yeah.
Okay,
we all
so
think
the
they're
night before, could you like
Yeah.
steal some of the gold from the kobolds and put it on the goblins or something like that, like to set?
Did you not hear my plan? I'm going to
Okay,
create like
alright.
a mountain lion and blame the other group. Like, and fight it that way. That's the whole
I mean,
thing.
that does work. Creating a
I can
mountain
also
line
be
does
quite
create a distraction.
distracting.
Yes.
I don't know if we need another distraction, but I can be quite distracting if that's something that's useful. I don't really know.
Instead of a mountain lion and light half the ship on fire, it should be fine.
Yeah, I mean most of my distractions go boom,
Right.
but I don't know if that's useful.
And with that, Tyler Ray is going to throw the fairy ball because
Am I allowed to have the ring of the ram? Is that on?
Yeah, I
the
mean,
list
no
of
one
items
checked
I
you
was
for
have?
magic. Oh yeah, you can definitely ever get the ram because I love
Yeah,
that
oh, yeah,
magic
okay.
item. So I would just say yes no matter what. That's my favorite
I've
item.
looked at everyone, and they know that the plan B is everything goes pear shaped. I put this on, charge up 3 charges, and punch down,
You're sinking the ship so bad.
and then I fly
All right.
away and say sayonara. That's the
Right.
You can miss the ship, just so you know. I have missed an inanimate object with
I
that.
know. Yeah.
So
We're all aware.
you did miss everything, yeah. So Tyler, you're getting ready to throw this. What are you throwing? Like what creature are you tossing in
So-
to the room?
No, that's not how it works. Unfortunately, the bag of
Okay.
tricks is.
How's
Let
it
me
work?
read this exactly. Oh man, where is it? I have too many tabs.
It's random. I think you have
Basically,
to roll.
yeah, you take out a fairy ball, you throw it, and you roll a 1d8, and whatever you roll, that becomes a creature, and it lasts until
Oh.
you throw another ball, or until the next dawn, and I can
What was
control
your
it.
roll?
So
I just saw it. What was your roll?
I basically threw it, and from my rust bag of tricks, I rolled a 2, and I got an owl, and then like. So Tyler Ray looks around and goes, oh, God damn it, takes another ball and throws it again. He's going to keep throwing stuff till he gets one that's not a fucking owl.
All right. Well, let's start with the first one first because something's going to happen before. So
Okay.
you throw this ball and an owl appears and it just hoots and throws its wings out. Hold there for a second. While that was happening,
Yeah.
you guys walked this. You were walking this crate through the ship, and I would like Joe, you to roll a d20 and give me and call high or low for a luck roll.
Okay, I'll say low, and I got a 6.
Nice. Okay. So you managed to cart this big old box like around corridors. If you see people with like a clipboard or someone you think's in charge of that jerk that was yelling at you in the hold earlier, you managed to kind of weave around them so you don't call any attention, and you get the box to a place where you think you're right near the anchor.
Right, and I'll knock on the crate again to tell Snaps it's time to come out. Right, you can come out now.
Shave and a haircut, 2 bits. Like that's like you guys are just doing that over and over.
Right, okay. I'm just gonna
Orla,
draw
I think
a
your
little-
mic's off.
Yeah, sorry, I muted it because there's some weirdness. Yeah, I just climb out of the box. I'm ready to go. I'm armed to the teeth, ready to blow some shit up if it needs be. I'm excited.
He's got 5 knives.
5 knives, 2 guns, and a necklace of fireballs.
Jesus.
Honestly, oh,
In a pear tree.
Jesus Christ. Why was I giving you these magic items? Okay, good. It's like I was like, yeah, pick some magic items. What is the most destructive thing on this list? There.
Yeah,
A
you
ball
should
of
know
fire.
better.
Thing
All
is,
right, so
like you
she
went up
crawls
to
out.
G. Like
You're right.
necklace of fireballs is like C or something. Like it's not even that high up on the
No, it isn't.
on the list.
Is it?
Yeah.
But it's devastating. The only thing I don't like about the necklace of fireballs is that if you toss one, it's like 6 to 8 damage or 8 damage, and then but for like if you toss 2, it only goes up to 9 to 8. and if you toss 3,
Yeah.
it goes up to 10 to 8. I get why they can't have it double, but it shouldn't just be 1 more. Like that is lame. Anyways, so you have your necklace of fire. We have all these destructive items on this ship. This is not gonna go well.
Hey, I chose
And
a paint kit.
I took a bag of fucking furry animals.
Yeah, but you decided to paint a hole in the side of the ship.
Right. All right.
I like
perfect.
fire.
Okay. All right. So you both are out and by the edge of the ship. How are you doing this? What is the plan?
Right, hang on. I'm gonna draw a really small window, and I'm gonna just push it open, and then look out to see if we're anywhere near the anchor.
All right. So let's say that
Water
so you draw
pours
it.
in. No.
You draw this little hole and you pop out and look and you realize you're like maybe half a foot off, so you close it, erase it, go over 6 inches, draw a new hole, pop out, and you're dead on target.
Right, okay. So I pull out the pot, and the pot looks like a goblin's head, and you sort of like peel off the top, grab my brush, and just go with a big circle, and then draw a doorknob and just pull it in.
It's a
That's just
perfect
it, yeah.
circle too. There's this big old beefy mountain dwarf, kind of gruff and right, but it's just like draws a perfect circle without even hesitant, just like that kind of like twist of the wrist and boom, there's just a perfect circle. in
That's
front of
like magic.
Hey, I'm a rune knight. Drawing stuff is like literally my thing. My entire class is that I'm drawing
That's true.
shit.
you. It's true.
This is on
Everything. There's like all these like perfectly fine movements. Always cleaning
That's
the
so
brush head after
pretty.
every use.
So like he sort of takes off his iron helmet and puts on a little beret and just
Yeah, so you
Were
have
we
a
meant to
large
bring job hats? Were we meant to have heist hats for this? Was I meant to get
make
one?
ads. You could draw
Well,
her.
you know,
I could draw you one actually.
Tyler has the.
Can you
blackboard
draw me a
baseball
heist hat?
Just hang on a second. Before we sort of wrench this anchor off the side of the boat, I'm a little hazy on the plan. So we take the anchor, right, put it in this
Your
crate.
plan.
I've got paint,
Hey, someone asked me for an anchor. I said I knew where an anchor was. I didn't know what the plan was, what to do with
and
it.
then I'm
could-
gonna paint it yellow.
Paint it.
And by the time he rolls it
hang on.
back, you have painted yellow inside the box. It's a great
Hang-
plan. I mean, it's not a great plan,
Just-
but for what
no.
it is, it's a pretty good plan.
I have a much better plan. I could just draw an anchor.
I mean, I'm not in here in this room for just conversations.
How
never mind.
long would when you paint something, how long does it last?
Like forever.
I think
We
it just
haven't,
is
we haven't
forever.
time to sit for an hour and a half in Bob Ross to share the
There's
middle.
got to be some
Conventional.
kind of limit because you couldn't just
There
paint like
isn't.
10 like
No,
No, because
if
you couldn't just, like,
painted a
paint
gold
$10,000
anchor
worth
that
of
never
diamonds.
fades. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
Yeah.
no, the
It has a
cost limit of the item.
value of 25 gold pieces, so it would have to be like
Yeah, you're not.
it's
paying
made
the
of like
gold
shitty
anchor.
material, but it could look
Right.
I was like, why are we trying to steal
Right.
a gold anchor? This guy can paint them. I got myself the goose that lays the golden egg.
and you
So
can't.
how
You
about-
can't. No, you can't.
How
you're
about
looking-
this? How about this? If you can't do the whole thing because it's worth the thing you're trying to recreate is worth way more than 25 gold. However, what you could do is she could do the base, coat and get the thing gold, and then you could go in there with a brush and do some touch-up work to make
it
it
shiny.
look, to make it
shading.
look more real. Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So
Do the
you're
shading.
rather than
Get some
painting a gold
antiquing
anchor
in
because
there.
it's worth too much, you just paint gold paint.
Yeah, no, how about gold leaf.
Yes, so that's why
Right.
it was so convenient because I just painted a pot of gold paint.
One of your
That's
magic
exactly-
four pots is a makeup palette that's just shimmer. You're putting shimmer on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
You
Then
know
we're
what?
gonna
A pot
contour
of
this
gold leaf
anchor.
paint. A pot of gold leaf paint would be about 25 gold. So you could theoretically paint a little gold leaf pot and then hand her that gold leaf pot for her to then add to the thing. That is brilliant. I would like you to take inspiration. That is fantastic. I love it. All right.
It's brilliant.
So is that the plan?
Sure.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
so
you
are
draw
we
this
stealing-
big door.
We're still stealing the anchor.
Are we still
Just so we're
okay,
clear,
so we still
don't-
doing the anchor, right?
We're
You
still
still need the
plan
anchor.
where
An anchor is worth more than 25 gold. So you need
So
just,
we're
just, a,
changing the
just a
plan from-
simple anchor.
Yeah, we
big
steal the
anchor.
anchor.
Instead of painting it yellow, we're now just
Alright.
going slightly different and magically painting it gold. That's
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
great new plan.
Yeah.
It's otherwise the same. Just better
So-
paint, better quality
so-
paint.
So I get step one. So we step
Right.
one, we get a gold anchor. Step two.
Have you not
Switch
seen
to
it
real.
yet?
Step two
Distraction.
stuff. Step three
Then you
profit.
just You just do the you just do the Indiana Jones thing. You just you pressure
we
plate,
stopped
switch it off, and you're good to go. Yeah.
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 What band you getting?
All right. So how are you getting this
nice.
anchor?
So I've done the perfect circle.
Good.
Done a very artsy doorknob, and I had to just
Good.
hold myself back from making it really artsy. Open it up, and
Yeah.
then with looking out across the sea, anchors dangling down. Right.
The sun is setting. It's a clear, beautiful sea. You guys are already like leaving the harbor and into the ocean proper, and boy, it is gorgeous. What a beautiful night.
Right.
And hanging right next to you is this giant fucking anchor.
Right, I'll grab the anchor. Could you just take this, and I hand you the pot of paint. Could you just take this paint and draw like a crack in the chain,
Yeah.
or even just a hole in the chain? Just draw like a line, just black line.
I did
All
it.
right. I need you to roll athletics as the
is
anchor
really heavy.
immediately comes away.
Oh dear.
Can I help?
The equivalent of Titanic
Well,
scene there.
you were drawing the line, and it, like you painted it, and it just kind of fell right underneath.
I rolled a 5, but I get plus
Yeah.
6, so I get an 11.
I could
Okay.
assist though, like with my other
I would
hand.
like you.
I could try
Yeah,
and
go
brace
ahead and
it.
roll. Go ahead and roll. Just
Okay.
give me a just give me a raw strength roll.
Oh shit! I rolled athletics. It
That's
was
fine.
shite anyway. I got a 6. So
Oh shit, we didn't think this through. Woo!
Okay.
we did not
All
think
right.
this through.
So Kilvin is pulled. Kilvin is falling off the ship and into the ocean. You go to grab Kilvin. Kilvin's going to pull you in as well. Snaps. You can let go if you want to.
Can I instead? This is gonna sound dumb, but can I instead bite him on the wrist so that he lets go of the anchor?
Well, no, I mean he's already falling, so he's going to fall into the ocean no matter what happens. So he's going in no matter what.
Yeah, I drop him.
Okay. All right.
Nice.
All right.
But no,
Kilvin
this is
falls.
strategic, so I can throw you a rope. If we both fall in, we're fucked.
Sure. Hits the
He's not
surface
letting go,
of the water. Are you letting go of the anchor or not, Kilvin?
Oh, as I begin to fall, I've got an
Yeah.
ability where I can make my size large, and I get
Okay.
advantage on strength, and I think I get strength advantage on athletics. Hang on.
Okay.
Giant's might. You advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
Okay. All right. Then you know what? As you're falling, I would let you, as a bonus action, grow large and try and grab yourself and stop yourself from falling. So go ahead and roll me a strength check with advantage. Now that you've gotten all beefy. Never mind.
A
That's going to be
natural
fine.
20.
All right. So Orla, Snaps, as you grabbed Kilvin and tried to keep him from falling out, you both almost get drug out, but Kilvin just gets bigger and manages to grab the side of the ship and sweeps both you and the anchor up in one arm and gets you all back into the ship as this artificial doorway closes behind you.
Huh.
Well done. Well, thank you very much for that follow. So let's do this. Now that has not gone disastrously badly, let's take our 10-minute break and then we'll jump into this heist and see if you guys can steal an anchor. Sound good?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. We will
see
see
you
you
soon.
all in
Fine.
10 minutes.
Better get this f***ing anchor, I swear to God.
Story if you troll people.
That was very
But
fast.
listen,
Hey, and welcome back to I Prepared Nothing. Who would like to recap us where we left off just a few moments ago?
I would love to.
Hit us.
Please don't nominate me. I don't take notes.
Can you do it as a golden cobalt, though, please?
All right, yeah, I probably can, but then I'm stuck in this voice. So, right, there's this crack team of heisters. That's the verb for people who do a heist, right? Crack team of heisters, and they've been hired by a seagull, but he's like a big seagull, like an Arakocra seagull, to steal. You're not gonna guess this. To steal this golden anchor that his father found on a beach and is selling to a whole load of kobolds. Yeah. And there's some goblins that want it, and there's some other like Arakocra that want it. They're all part of this big like Arakocracy. And so he went on. He was looking for a whole load of people to steal stuff, and so he went on to lift. You get it, like lift, steal stuff, and he hired us, crack team of heisters. So my character, Joe,
I just
my
got that
character.
joke.
Oh, Jesus.
Glad I said it again. Right. So my character, Joe, I'm playing someone called Kilvin, and he's like a really big, strong dwarf who paints stuff. We've got Orla down there who's playing Snaps, who's this badass wood elf who's got like fireballs and all sorts of nonsense. You've got Owen over there. I don't really know what Owen's playing. Like he's like a drone.
My livery, the name
warlock.
is my livery. Half elf draw. level 3 warlock druid. It's very simple.
I also
I
don't
still
think
have
that
no
we
idea.
had you describe Tyler. So why don't you go ahead and describe Tyler real quick?
Okay, so Tyler, he's just a warlock. Like, he's level 3 warlock, alright? But he's level 1 druid because he's into nature. He's like, you know, he hangs out
Because he
like,
likes
in
cats.
the wood.
Like he's
Yeah, he likes cats.
he's this warlock,
like-
right? Like, oh, who's your little cutie?
Yeah,
Fell asleep
but
in a
druids-
forest one
dru-
night.
Druids to me as well are always like
Went
they're
to a
all about,
festival.
like they're like living clean. They're all vegan, organic. Like he's the shredded. Like he's a real bro dude. He's got backward baseball cap or whatever the fancy equivalent of that is.
Sure, right.
He's top
Oh, I
right.
Claude
feel like
his
we'd be
armor
gym
13.
bros.
Yeah,
I feel
exactly,
like we'd
yeah.
totally be gym bros, though.
Yeah,
There you
I
go.
could see that. You see that. The
Yeah.
rest of the team would just be fucking exhausted with both of you, but I could see that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
I'm
right,
exhausted.
we
They
left
love
it
looking at
off
me.
right with me and Snaps. We just somehow, I'm not even going to go into details. We got hold of the actual anchor of the ship and painted it gold. We've got a really good plan for that. You just wait on, you'll see. It's gonna be great. And the other guys were about to like they just threw an owl
Correct.
into a room full of acrococra and goblins and kobolds because again they know exactly what they're doing. It's gonna work out great. And go.
Yeah, let's actually start there. So you, Hootie, I choose you, and explain to us exactly what happens.
So, Tyler Bray has just picked up this Rust bag of tricks, and it's like part of your sign up to the, even though the joke called Lift Heist or whatever this app, the gig economy we work for, you get like your free magic item when you start off. So I'm not really used to it yet. So I throw this
Called
ball,
Heister.
and it's like, and this owl just flies out the window, and like,
That's exactly what happens. Big, huge wing spread. Al just soars across the room. Everyone looks up shocked and just flies straight out a window, right?
Look, Horan, I know that it's new to me. I'm trying to figure it out. I got the hang of it, and we didn't want an owl anyway, so he's gonna reach in and like.
You're right, we didn't want
throw
to.
another-
What if the owl?
It looked
What if
tasty.
the owl our Cochrane saw it?
Yeah,
Jesus.
everyone
We're
saw
gonna throw
it.
another,
And now, like you're just in the doorway, right? You just like threw this past two guards, right? Which I said were at that
Oh, no,
door.
wait.
Actually, on second
way I'm
thought, they
thinking-
probably wouldn't give a hoot.
So
Stop. I will take away your inspiration in a heartbeat. Fucking heartbeat.
So no. The way I'm thinking of it is like more that me and Kern are like full watching the anchor and admiring it, and like walking around it like we're trying to appraise it, and I'm like throwing this on the ground beside me, and I'm planning of like,
Oh, well,
my God,
you
what's
wouldn't.
this? And then
well,
pointing at someone else.
You wouldn't have been let into the room at that moment then. So if that's the case, then as you begin to approach the room, the guards would just slam their halberds or whatever they have shut and be like, it's private right now. You have to come back.
Okay, so
Throw an owl at them.
I guess
Private right now.
I guess once I realized that, I at that point I would have thrown the owl, so I would go from there with the owl flying out, and like turn around with Horn going, look, it's a new, it's a new item. I
Who
don't
did you
know.
purchase this from? Where did you get
so
this from?
how do you hide the fact that you're throwing an owl ball from the two guards that are looking at you?
Just tell them it was an action movie. It was meant to be doves.
Like, so as I noticed
John
this,
Woo's
I
gonna be
basically-
fucking pissed if you guys screw this up.
It's like the world's weirdest Pokemon.
I noticed this, and I'm looking at the guards, going, "Well, I can see that they're witnessing what's going on," and
Yeah.
I'm like, "There is simply no way that my father would find this an acceptable means to show off his anchor. I think you're gonna have to try better."
Okay,
And
that
while
would distract the
Horn is-
guards for a moment because they are very concerned about this sale going well. Yeah. Okay.
So, Tyler Bray with his backwards baseball cap is like this full dude perfect going to like behind the back, like try and throw a second one, like just trick shot it like this, and just under his breath, trick shot.
I
did
would,
you-
yeah, easy, because as soon as you speak up, Horan, the guards change their tune, like, oh, well, we're so sorry, please, and they would immediately, like, begin to let you throw as Tyler throws what?
A one.
I'm walking away from Tyler.
Which is a what?
Another owl.
Which is a rat.
It's a
You threw a
So the
rat.
owl flies back in the window and eats the rat.
Okay, yes. So you throw this rat. There is some yelling and consider because they like a rat on board a luxury ship is not acceptable, even though they happen all the fucking time. It's a ship. There's going to be a rat or two.
Two options
So
that are
the
bad, and I've got
guards
one and two.
immediately break away and began to try to corral this rat. And as they do, the owl swoops in, snags the rat, flies right back out. That's how the owl's having a good day.
Look,
I was like, got served dinner. I got summoned into existence and was immediately given a meal.
I became, I existed.
It's a great day for me.
My purpose
Clearly
is so clear.
frustrated, giving up on the whole thing. Tyler is going to take the bag and go, the goddamn free gifts are useless, and throw the bag down with the last ball rolling out, and please Christ, let it be anything other than a 1 or a 2.
At this minute, Kuren's got his mobile phone out and is giving us a 1-star rating on Lyft.
Can I ask why? Sorry, can I ask a question?
Yes.
Why are you starting the distraction if me and Kilvin aren't there with
That's
the
a
replacement
good
actor?
fucking question. However,
I just thought it was.
as the
Like you're just
second
having a
owl,
distraction, but you're not
I rolled
distracting
another-
from anything. You're just
All I
being
said was-
distracting.
We
Like
were trying
for
to
its
clear the
own
room.
sake.
So-
we were trying to clear the room, and as a second owl, I rolled with a 2.
Not even in.
as, as the second owl,
2 owls that are
Hold on,
rats.
if you're there with a giant box before people leave the room, it's very
So-
obvious you've got a giant box.
as the second owl comes bounding out of your bag, and as the first owl was about to leave, catches sight of that second owl, and they are like the wings go up, and there's going to be an all-out owl fight in the middle of this room as everyone's like trying to get them out of the
Oh
windows.
yeah, classic all-out owl fight.
There's going to be an owl off. It is a.
A group of men gather around the Hooters and
There's
start
just,
cheering, is it?
there's just two heads
Oh,
spinning
no.
360
and-
degrees and sometimes meeting and staring at each other.
So I get the guard's attention immediately, and I say, "Oh my God, I think there's going to be a fight."
100%.
Between those owls.
No, between those two owls, I suspect foul play.
Stop! Stop! I can just remove your video from this entire feed.
Like,
I
I
can
feel
just
like you should like
erase
literally
that whole
delete
part.
the entire website of
Yep.
Twitch.
You know what? You know what? I don't want to stream anymore. Thanks for joining us for I Prepared Nothing.
I sure
I'm done
haven't
forever.
enjoyed the Dungeons and the Dragons,
We've ruined
no Dungeons
both
and Dragons, it's
Dungeons
only
and
Rats now.
Dragons.
but it's
and
cancelled
ships
now.
and anchors
There's
and
only-
my
there's only rats
sanity.
now.
All right, so I would like.
I really liked it.
I need you all to roll
Fun while it
something.
lasted.
So, Tyler, you're involved in this
What's the modifier on
shenanigans.
bullshit?
Horan, you're involved in this. I need you both choose a skill. Tell me why you think it's appropriate for this and use it and roll it.
Let's quickly look at what skills I have.
I don't care what it is, but you should give me a pass, because Joe got that broken fucking pain, and I got this shit.
You're gonna have to roll. I'm
So,
sorry.
The same list.
But also, it's not like it was
You
handed to
chose
you.
this
You
shit.
chose this. It's like, oh, who could have done this to me? Oh,
I thought
I
it was
did.
genius. I thought it was genius. I
If
really
it worked,
did.
it'd been great.
2 1.
It worked if what you
I
wanted
think-
was
I
a
think-
weird animal.
I think this is just your
I'm gonna
curse,
have to use
dude.
a
I think
massive
Nocturnal
gold-
cockfighting.
giant gold
whenever you're
giant
given
boar
magic
and lightning
items, they don't work well. Like no, your magic items never work. So yeah.
He's like, "Oh, I'm going to use 3 charges of the ram and the rod, or the rod, whatever, and then
Every single
boom, the
one
ring of the
wasted.
ram."
Yep.
All 3. I was like,
All
"What the hell?"
3. Complete waste. You were
Yeah.
on a bridge.
So,
I think you tried to punch the bridge that you were standing on. You still missed it.
I did at one point. That happened. That was a thing.
So
So I'm going to try. Go on. You go first, Karen. Just go on.
I was going to use my my nature to try and break up the owl fight.
Okay.
I come in like,
Nice. Wait,
I
I'm
come in
sorry.
flapping my
So you're gonna
wings like
try and
a-
use nature, or wait, you're using nature to try and convince the owl, like with all of your knowledge of how owls fight, to try and calm them down. Is that what's
Yeah,
happening right
exactly.
now?
Well, he is a bird person.
No. I'm on board. I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing against it. I just want to make sure I understand. Is all.
yeah, I understand. So let's roll that. That did not go well. I rolled a 9.
Further out appears.
All right. So it's
I'm
like.
now fighting 2 owls.
No, it's just yeah. You're just like, they're both owls are like, hold me back, and it's hard to keep both of them away from each other. So you're kind of getting nipped on your fingers once in a while. You're getting feathers,
My
just
talons,
like slapped
yeah.
in your face. But everyone else in that room sees a bird step into the middle of 2 other birds fighting, and so they all pause for a moment because no one's quite sure, like do they have this handled? Are we like, are we stepping
know
into
something
something
that we
that's
don't? I don't
inappropriate if we
understand.
do?
You're like, what?
So everyone like gets a little nervous and just pauses for a second, kind of looks at each other for what to do. So that is a very good distraction. And as that's
Okay.
happening, Tyler, you're hearing
we-
a cart being wheeled up behind you.
Okay, cool. I was gonna ask, were we there yet?
Yeah.
Right.
And like I pause middle of like swatting at these owls, and I wink. Good job, guys.
I would like to look at my companions. Do any of my companions look sneaky?
Do any of you look
I'm probably
sneaky?
this.
I
any of
mean,
you look like you
I
can-
don't want to play into stereotypes, but one of them is a drow. So I'm
Does
just
he
saying.
look like he could exchange the anchors successfully?
I'm
I'm
slightly-
trying to make a judgment here.
Oh, not
Slightly
so much Heidi, more like sleight of handsy. Right, I see what you're saying.
Sleight of handsy. Do any of them look sleight of handsy?
I'm
I
slightly
don't think you can sleight of hand. Like
An
half
anchor.
ton cold and anchor that's probably inside of Asper.
I mean, do
Okay, never
any
mind
of them
then.
have 7
Scratch
feet
that.
hands? No.
Scratch that.
No,
Ignore,
they don't.
ignore that.
Right.
So
Answer
Snaps
that
gives everyone a look, but then decides
Sure.
that that's dumb and is
Wait, let me tell you something. That is a look that is on my face 10 times a day. 10 times a day.
Like,
I'm
oh, I was
like,
thinking a
oh
thing,
no,
but
that's
no,
dumb.
fuck,
No,
that's
that is
dumb.
well,
Yeah,
wow,
I'm
that's
not gonna
dumb.
do that.
Yeah, God, I'm
So
glad no one
instead,
saw
I'm
that.
gonna set the room on fire.
What? Really? Wait, but
Yeah, I'm gonna chuck a fireball in there.
you're going to throw a fireball into the room? Into the room with?
Yeah.
Well, your friends are in the room, so.
I'll be on the side of the room. That'll be fine.
If you chuck a fireball into that room, Horan's in the middle of it. You'll hit one of those owls or Horan. You won't be able to. Yeah, he's like right in that
Or
room.
Horan? Could I choose to hit an owl and not Horan?
Like,
You should
like,
choose to hit Horan because he's a monk who can deflect
try.
missiles.
Yeah, I'm
Well-
gonna do it anyway. I trust Horan. He
Okay.
looks capable.
Okay, no, can I just ask you why you're throwing a fireball when there's already
Oh,
very
because
clearly?
I was told we had to clear the room and
Right.
it hasn't been cleared
well,
yet.
yeah, but as you're walking up, like
And
there's
I'm a lateral thinker.
Okay, all right. If you want to throw a fireball, we're gonna have to go into initiative.
Okay.
Okay, all right. I would like you to roll in. I would like you to roll initiative.
I will do
Everybody,
that.
Right.
We'll do this thing that you've asked of me.
Just before you do it, I've got an idea.
Everybody.
Well, no,
Everyone-
she's already acting. It's too late. And I would say, in fact,
I
I would
rolled
say,
an 11.
okay, so that's going to be your initiative. But I would say that you go first. So no one expected this to happen. So no one can stop you. So you pop out of a crate.
You know, that's not the first time that's been said to me in my life, Aram.
Okay.
Is that a boast?
So
Nope.
what are you aiming for?
So I'm throwing it to the far side of the room. Like I'm trying to get it like away in a
Sure.
sneaky way.
Sure.
Just to the far side of the opposite side of the room to us, so that because I have a
Sneaky
little ball. Basically, I
fucking
pull a bead.
fireball. Yes.
Here's what happens, right? Let me tell you what happens.
Sneakily
I pull a little
slide
bead.
a fireball to the room.
No, wait for it. Okay, so I pull a little bead off my necklace. It's just like a little bead. It's
Sure.
innocuous. Is what it
Absolutely.
is, right?
Yeah.
And so I shook it stealthy like I'm just having a little yawn, like I do a little stretch, like I'm doing the sneaky arm around
Sure.
someone in the cinema.
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely. All
Right,
the
so
guards.
that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm doing
Look-
a little yawn and stretch, and I shook the bead to the furthest corner of the room.
Totally.
Where it explodes.
Guards are crazy distracted. No one even sees you as
There's
you
an
let
owl
loose this.
fight.
Yeah,
There's
no
shit
one sees it. This
happening, you know.
perfect little black bead goes and falls in that corner, and those kobolds are as good as dead. However, as soon as the bead enters the room and crosses that doorway, there's a little fizzle of magical energy, and then just dink, 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 and nothing happens. A moment
Oh,
later,
that's-
one of the owls sees it, flies over, grabs it in their beak, and flies out the window. And the second they get outside, boom! There's just this huge explosion. The ship rocks to the side.
works
They're
too. I'm running
screaming
for
and
the
yelling. All right. So everyone's like running. It blew up close enough that smoke has now been sucked into the side of the ship. The guards are trying to get people. The kobolds are going nuts. The goblins are going nuts. The kobolds aren't. Everyone else seems to be running around screaming and yelling. Snaps, you make a beeline for the anchor. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm hoping someone's behind me with the replacement fucking anchor.
My owl! He's not the
Kilvin, that
Should we not
was
roll,
on you, I think.
initiative?
Sure, I'll push the box with the anchor at full speed.
All right, then I would like you all to roll initiative, and someone keep track of this, please, because I will not be able to.
Oh, I got some paper.
I got 18.
So I got
Thank
an
you.
11.
All right, so 11 for Snaps, 18 for Horan.
I rolled. Oh, sorry. I rolled an 11 total.
I got 12 total.
Okay, 11 and a 12 total, and then I'm gonna roll for the kobolds first.
Okay.
So that is a 22 for the kobolds. Okay.
Whoa.
And then I'm gonna roll for the guards, and the guards come in at 12.
Okay. So it goes kobolds, Horan, Kilvin, guards, Snaps, Tyler.
Okay,
Nobody's not excited, but I have a companion who can do 1 slashing damage if he hits.
great. Okay, so Snaps is moving towards the anchor. As you're moving towards, through this thick cloud of smoke that's just billowed in, you're heading towards the anchor, and like the 3 golden kobolds in trio just step out of the smoke ahead of you, and you both look like you're moving towards the anchor, but they cross your path, and they move to the glass case that has that smaller bone anchor as you're heading towards the gold anchor. And they all get around it, and they all put their fingertips on the glass, and little magical ruins appear all over the etching on the glass, glow brightly for a moment, fade, and the glass simply shatters and falls apart.
Heist has really gone to shit.
Who's next?
As opposed to?
So they're taking the bone anchor, yeah?
Yeah, that's what they seem to be moving towards it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to go rush over to my father, Stefan, Chief Stefan
Yes.
Segal.
Yes.
And I'm like, Father, we must, Stefan, we really must secure the anchor immediately. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lead him in one direction. I'm going to say, look, I'll take...
Sure.
I'll-
There's a
I'll
lot
bring it in the
of
bank.
smoke and confusion. He's like basically
Yeah.
coughing with his wing over his eyes. Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm going to try and take from his pocket the key to the glass chamber that the gold anchor is kept in.
Okay, I would like you to sleight of hand, please. Thank you.
Okay, apparently I have that, so that's okay.
I would say there's a
See.
lot of smoke and confusion, so you can do that with
yeah.
advantage. Yeah.
Okay.
We
so
need
I
it
will-
because we've been rolling like absolute dog
Absolute
shit.
ass. Total
we
ass.
have. So
Just-
first roll is a 15, and second roll is a 12. So I'm going to go
Right.
with the 15. Yeah.
And he's got smoke in his eyes, so
Choice.
he does not see it. You're able to. So you slip this tungsten rod out of his pocket. This little short, like 6-inch rod with all these intricate ruins written all over. And you know that if you tap that on the glass, it will shatter not the glass, just the magical enchantment around it. Not really shattering it as more as like displacing it for a minute, so that glass can be lifted up and the thing can be removed from it.
So, and I'm then going to chuck over the rod in over to, is it, I'm trying to remember who Snaps. There we go.
Snaps.
Yeah,
So
'cause
you're
Snaps
like,
is making the
so
big
as
axe.
you're escorting your dad out, and as Snaps is
Yeah.
as moving in, you just toss this tungsten rod like behind your back, right? And
Yeah.
okay, Snaps, I would like you to roll dexterity to catch it.
Sleight of hand or straight dexterity?
Both, either one, whichever is the best.
That's a 15 total.
Yeah, that's fine. So you snap that. How do you snatch that out of midair, and then what do you do next? Actually, no. I'm sorry. So wait
I like
until your
see
turn.
it in my peripheral
Yeah.
vision, and I don't even turn. I just like lift my hand and like catch like this and like whoosh, push my hair back. Like yeah.
Perfect. All right, who's up next?
Joe got 12, I got 11.
All right.
Well, what was the enemy? What's the enemy get?
Sorry, that was Horan, right?
Correct.
So Kilvin is next.
Yeah.
So Kilvin's charging across the room with, I guess, this huge case, and he'll shout at Snaps, right, what's the plan? Do you want me to get it out? Do you want me to leave it in? Do you want me to get it out of the case?
I feel like you're just the mover, and you're like, I'm here to move the thing, and I don't know what you want me to do. You're like,
How did you get into a heist team? It feels very much like you need another hand holding here. Is this your first heist?
Honestly, I'm part of a union. I've been hired on to do the moving and handling, and I'll take direction. I mean, if you want me to come up with an idea, but honestly, move in or move out. What do you want?
I'm not the boss, so I don't know if I'm a decision maker.
Sorry, I wasn't talking to you anyway. I was talking to Snaps. Don't know where you are.
I'm just like, I'm gonna just. I
fighting.
feel like we're past stealth. This is now a smash and grab, boyos.
Can I just charge the box straight into the glass case then at full
Yes,
speed? It's got,
100% you
half
can.
ton.
The case.
100
I'm holding the
So
thing in my
as
hands.
Snaps
Go
is
for it.
about to do the thing, are you going to just ram through it with a giant cart?
Go for it. I fucking
Yeah,
love
yeah.
it.
The full
I respect
100%.
so goddamn much.
Fantastic. All right, so
Snap,
so
thanks,
Snaps,
snap.
as you're just ever so carefully positioning yourself to do this very delicate maneuver in order to open this magical case, you look to your left and there's a cart flying towards you at full speed.
Oh, have I like that?
No?
No, we just all got
Oh.
quiet for a sec because Snaps was thinking.
We're
That's all.
all thinking really deeply about that.
Okay. That got real quite real quick. Sorry.
Okay, do you want me to roll like damage or athletics to?
No,
for this
I need to
box?
know what Snaps is doing. How are you
That's
reacting?
not I'm not doing anything. It's not my turn.
Well, yeah, but no, I'm just saying. But there's a cart coming towards you. Would you get out of the way? You know what I mean?
No, me and Kilvin were running together, and
I
I assume
see.
since he's ahead of me in the initiative
He
order,
just
at
beats
some
you
point
to
he's
it. That makes
overcome me.
sense. I
Yeah.
like it. Okay, yeah. I mean, you don't need to roll to hit, dude. You just hit. So you slam this cart into it. As soon as the edge of the cart hits that glass case, it cracks, and then there's an explosion outward. So there's an explosion of force outward from it. I need you to make a reflex save.
Dexterity saving throw.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw because that's an actual thing.
For future reference, people always laugh at me missing out objects. This DM doesn't make us roll for that.
14 plus 1, 15.
I was waiting for Joe to
15.
miss it.
Yeah, that actually. So as you hit
Seven
this
years
thing,
already.
this like wave of force that blows off it flips the cart back, and you get struck in the head with it, but it also absorbs a lot of the blast. So you guys are kind of knocked backwards about 5 feet. Snaps as you get to it. You're not injured, but you're like blown back a couple feet as well. The smoke is wiped right out of the room by this wave of force that ripples through it. And you're all just kind of left. There's guards laying on the ground. There's a couple goblins just kind of scattered about. And there's 3 golden kobolds who have taken this bone anchor out from the glass case it was on, moved immediately to the windows, and they all turn to look at you with these smiles and these teeth and these
So,
golden eyes.
I have a turn?
And this was their action. This is what they were doing. So I just wanted
Okay.
to, yeah.
Okay, sorry.
And they drop the anchor, and then they turn and just fold their hands and hiss softly. Tyler, your turn.
So this is probably what? A
Guards
15?
Isn't the
sorry.
guards ahead?
Because that was Kilvin's turn. That's the guards. Then it's Tyler.
Oh, so it's the guards first. Okay, so the guards begin to react. They're running to the guests who were knocked down. One of them is coming straight for the main anchor where the explosion went off, and now there's just an anchor sitting on a table with no one currently around it, and the other and so one guard has run from the room and is yelling. 2 guards are helping guests get up and make sure that they're okay, and 1 guard is coming to secure the anchor. Tyler, it's your turn.
The bone anchor or the gold anchor?
The gold anchor.
Oh, yeah.
When's
my turn?
Oh wait,
No, it's
what?
not mine.
Wait, whose
It's
turn? is
guards
it?
me, then you.
I
Gotcha.
haven't.
Okay,
I thought it was
gotcha.
first, no?
No, because
I
Snaps had a
logged on and I didn't
surprise
move
round.
it.
That's why.
Oh, sorry. I
Right.
didn't just.
I've just been like
Yeah.
pantomiming, jogging alongside Oleger.
All right. So there's this huge explosion that goes off. All this chaos. Well, all this more chaos is now erupting around you. What does Snaps do?
So Snaps draws his gun, has a bit of a laugh. This
I
is
guess
pretty
we're
good
there.
fun so far.
All right.
And then you get
This was never a heist. This was a smash and grab through and through.
Yeah, this is my specialty, baby.
We
And,
tried to finesse it with some painting at one point.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean the arts and crafts were fun and all, but I get this tungsten rod and I like run up to the case and I try and like open it.
No, I mean, it's easy. So as soon as you get up there and just tap it, you just tap it, and the glass just kind of like cracks as if it's gonna break, and then just vanishes, and then it'll reform.
It's already broken.
In a couple
Didn't I
minutes.
just smash the case?
No,
Right, so
you
I'm trying
hit
to
the
get the
case and it
anchor onto
exploded
the
out with
card.
energy,
Oh,
but the
okay.
glass case was still perfectly there. It just blew you guys backwards.
My goal is to get the anchor onto the cart.
Okay, so you hit this glass, you shatter it. The anchor is now available. You grab it and are dragging it onto the cart as this guard's like, "Hey!" and is charging at you.
Yeah.
All right.
Now I assume that's probably my whole action.
Yeah, move there, grab the thing, do the thing,
Yeah.
grab the anchor. Yep, that's it.
So I'll have
But you
to
got
wait
it
till
in the
next
cart.
turn if I'm gonna shoot anybody.
That's fair. Yeah. That's fair.
But I would like to, like, I don't know. Oh no, you know what I could do? Because I'm a fucking fighter. I can action surge.
You can
I haven't
100% action
fighter
surge.
in
You can
so
absolutely
long.
action surge. Yeah. Yeah.
Can I? I'm on level 4. I don't remember how
You just
fighters
like
work.
I have this idea, like you've got this pistol out and you kind of like chuck it in the air, you have both hands out, you smack this thing, grab this anchor with both
Not
hands,
action surge.
drag it off
Okay.
to the thing, it falls into the cart, and the gun just lands in your hand for that action surge. Who are you are you gonna shoot a guard?
Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot the guy that yelled
Sure.
at me.
Yeah. Well, the one that's charging you, fuck yeah. Aim for him. Take him out.
Yeah. So let me. Well, I have a little old roll here.
It's got
He's like,
violent.
I'm just doing my
quick.
job, man. What is it?
Yeah, I know. I feel bad. but Not that bad. Oh no, that's only a 13 to hit.
But it's not like they're in plate mail. I mean, they're just guards on a ship,
Okay.
right? So they were just wearing
Right,
leather,
cool.
if that. So yeah, you definitely shot him. Go ahead and roll damage.
That's Oof, I'm rolling so bad. I rolled a 1 on my dice. That's a
Oh.
5 damage.
Yeah. Okay. So you shoot him in the shoulder. He drops his. Well, he actually wasn't even. He wasn't one of the ones with a weapon. So you just shoot him in the shoulder, and he kind of drops to one knee and like, oh, you fucking shot me. So he's not dead,
Can I use
but
actually, can I use one of my arcane archer abilities and put a little sting into that?
sure, go right ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna use one of those because
Fucking
that's another.
exploded me with magic.
I love that reaction from the guard. Just like, you shot me.
Right, he's like, you fucking shot me. Like, what the hell?
What the fuck? Dude.
That's another 3 damage on top of that.
Oh yeah, okay. So instead of that, you just level a pistol, and the guy's eyes go wide and looks at you with a little bit of confusion, and you just blast him right in the chest, and he just and then thump. Now there's chaos. They're screaming and yelling. The other 3 guards have abandoned what they're doing and are now converging on you guys in the center.
Anybody want to help me with this anchor or what?
So heavy.
Now it's time.
My father's anchor.
Right, your dad,
Papa.
who has been like blown backwards and is like on his like on his back. Horn, secure the anchor, secure the family jewels,
I'm on it, father.
What are we gonna do to his family jewels?
secure them, secure those jewels.
Secure them firmly. And quickly.
So there's an advantage given in chat there, Aram. I don't know if you've seen it.
Oh, I missed it. Who's get advantage? Who gets advantage? Give
Uh,
Owen advantage, please. Oh no, I'm sorry. That was you asking for it, jackass. Who
I was
actually?
thinking 2,500 channel points.
I thought it was gonna be Ben, and I was gonna feel
Who
so
gets
betrayed.
that advantage? Who is that,
That was
going
me.
to?
Ben,
That was
give me
me
advantage.
that was me cheesing it. I spent the
Yeah,
points.
but
I
who
really
actually
thought it
gets it? Was it? Has anyone has been given out yet? You don't have
No.
to give a
That
player.
was me claiming it, buddy.
Oh, you're claiming it? You're just saying it's yours? Okay, fine. You take it then. Because normally they'll
Oh,
tell
cool.
us who they want it to go to. Wish I could have done it the
What I'm
okay.
saying is, it was me. It was my Twitch account that spent the money.
Oh, oh! I understand what's happened here. You have spent money to give yourself. Fuck it. There's nothing in the rules saying you can't do that. So yeah, go right ahead.
I feel
go
like
right
we should
ahead.
make chat vote on who should get it. It's personally my opinion, but all right.
You know what?
Yeah, you just put it in
this
chat and
look,
see, like,
Owen
whoever-
got in with the loophole. We're now going to make an addendum that if you do this, chat gets to decide who gets it. But for now, I'll let him go. I'll let him go with
I'm
it.
that shithead who ruined the sport, and then they make a rule for it. Yeah,
That's
so
right.
I'm okay
That's
with
exactly
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
So, as this is happening, so as he sees his owl plan has worked, and there's a massive commotion.
Yeah, your owl plan worked flawlessly.
Tyler Ray has spotted that the kobolds have ran over to this bone anchor that he saw Steven Seagal earlier, like fawning over. So, like,
Stefan.
Stefan, sorry, has realised that this is obviously worth maybe as much, if not more money than the gold thing, and he's just going to run and jump out the window and try and grab the anchor.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna clear out because like just jump out the window. All right. I would like you to roll.
So that's my movement action, yeah.
Yeah, I'd like
So
you
my
to roll
action is to grab the anchor.
athletics, I guess, to make a clean
I'll go with
dive
athletics.
out that window.
Please, Jesus. I mean, this is why I wanted the advantage. I need to fucking try and catch this thing.
Why? Why do you?
Because it's valuable?
Valuable, I guess.
Question mark?
Oh yeah.
20. I rolled a 20.
Yeah,
know
I would
that.
like you
Pretty
to describe how you leap out this window and manage to grab this anchor midair.
So the way I picture it is this window is like normal, like humanoid height. So like the kobolds have like gotten up over their head and pushed the anchor out the window. Right?
100%. Yeah, and then it's like.
So he's gonna run. He's gonna run like and stand on one of the kobold's shoulder blades and like just leap like head first out the window, like almost like a dive into the water, trying to go down and catch this anchor. And as he does, what he's trying to do is kind of like get
this thing?
underneath the anchor to catch it in his chest.
Okay. All
And
right.
that's not the end of my goal. If I do catch it, which I don't know, do I?
Absolutely, you do.
And
With an
you'll
18, hell yeah.
die.
Yeah, so you
Bonus
leap out this
action.
window, you're able to curl around it, no problem whatsoever.
Bonus action, I'm gonna misty step back up onto the window ledge,
Okay.
and then I'm
All
gonna
right.
use my inspiration if possible to take another. Inspiration gives you another go, right? Or is it only advantage? Am I wrong on that?
Inspiration only
Yeah.
gives you advantage, yeah. So you can misty step
Oh,
back
okay.
into that windowsill because you can see the windowsill, yeah, or the porthole sill, yeah. All right.
Okay.
So you dive after this thing, curl up around it. Before you hit the water, you misty step back just onto the ledge, onto your tippy toes, with some very startled kobolds who are right there, looking right at you, right? And as you do, I would like you to roll perception.
And
It's where we
you're gonna
find
say-
out it's like a cursed anchor and they were like destroying it. And it was
Probably. As he does, like, guys, it's bad to litter. So perception, you're saying, is it? Oh
Yeah.
boy. So +1. I rolled a 19.
All right, so you alight in this sill perfectly. You're just balanced. This is a maneuver you've clearly practiced, right? Like this was done too well. The
yeah.
kobolds
Parkour.
look furious and are going to move to engage with you in the window, but you happen to glance back. You get a good look at the water. It's a nice clear day. The water here you can see down several feet. And as you get back into the windowsill, there is something large and something golden moving just under the water.
Oh no!
I'm so glad I could misty
Rom.
step. I'm so glad I could misty step.
All right.
Rom.
Who's next?
This is like when you made me fight a Jurassic at level like 6.
That was a
This
fun
is
day.
Not.
I gave you a mech. I gave you a fucking mech. You didn't just fight a
A
Tarrasque.
gold dragon. And
I took a bag of rodents and owls with me.
You fought a Tarrasque
throw
with
rats in
you
it?
fought a Tarrasque with a mech walking statue of Waterdeep, and you had a team of mech walking statue of Waterdeeps with you to fight that
doesn't mean you
Tarrasque.
should put this dragon here.
And you got to Voltron. You got the fucking Voltron with the
But
magical
unless you're gonna
walking
give me
statues
that, I
of
don't want this
Waterdeep.
dragon in this water.
Tough shit.
I'm calling you out right here. This
Who's
dragon
next?
under this boat.
Besides, who says
it's
it's a
Kieran, I
dragon?
think.
What
I
possibly
do.
would have foreshadowed a dragon?
I hate this.
So what? I'm a little confused because
Okay.
a lot has been.
Sure, a lot has happened.
So what happened
How?
is Tyler grabbed the bone anchor and jumped out the window with it. Is it?
And the misty step lets you teleport back 30 feet. So I'm
Right.
now on the window still looking back into the room current.
Yeah, so you saw Tyler go out the window and a split second later appear in like a poof of like mist in the
Yeah,
window.
and he's like
Yeah.
posing.
Okay. Why?
I believe I asked that at the time, and I did not
Because
get a
you're
good answer.
mostly because your dad has such a hard on for his anchor, even though he's a fucking 25-foot tall gold anchor. Like I was like, well, this
I feel
clearly
like
is worth
your
the money.
character has done nothing so far to make me think that he would do what he just did. It's like
It's clearly a traitor setting the rest of you up.
Hold on, I have
he's trying to
had
make up for the whole
I
poor
have
bag
had no
of rust
good
or
ideas.
whatever.
I've had no good
Yeah,
ideas.
actually, I believe this to be in
Jump out a window.
character.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I
This,
jumped
this
out a
is in
window.
character, but it is also dumb.
I
Right,
know,
it's
I'm
both
window
things. It can
with
easily
four
be
kobolds
both
looking at me.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do lots of things that are in
Anyway.
character and dumb. That's just how it is.
If we're voting
Nah,
for
don't set me up
team,
for that kind of stuff, Aram. You know how happy it makes me.
Look, I know who I am. I'm not gonna lie to
So
myself.
there's a bunch of angry-looking kobolds now, right?
Yeah, there's a bunch of
and
anger
some
looking
guards.
everything. No one is happy in this room right now. Everyone's pissed. Your dad's
Snap's
pissed.
having a pretty good
So
time.
immediately I like stomp my foot down and get into a stance where I spread my arms in like some kind of taekwondo.
Oh,
And I'm like, Father,
Did you
it
miss
is
the
time to fight for
taekwondo?
our
All right, so you as you look down now, and your father's hand moves from his breast, red spills from the left side of his breast as a big old chunk of like shrapnel is embedded into his chest. He doesn't look great, but he doesn't look like he's gonna die right away.
But we need you. You're like a level 9 monk. No,
Right now he's like a
Queen
level.
style.
Yeah,
You
right now
say
he's a level
aloud.
dead bird. That's what he is right now. So
Father, no.
So you take a fighting stance. What are you trying to show off for your dad, or like what's the goal?
No,
here?
no, I'm gonna attack the guards. I think.
Prove me,
Try and-
father.
nice.
I
Try
need
and-
the validation.
Yeah, okay.
His
Well,
dad is dying and he's like, Dad, do you love me yet?
there is a guard charging
good
for
enough
snaps
for you?
right
I was like,
now.
my
So that
father's dying. Quickly, preheat the oven.
there is a guard charging down snaps right now, coming directly towards you.
Yeah. I will hit them with my talon strikes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what they
Oh,
What does my
you're-
character do?
are you gonna like
What's it called
use?
again?
Are you gonna use a key point to use
Flurry of
flurry of
blows.
blows?
Yes, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna flurry of blows. That's the one.
Feather
my
of
talent.
Which is
blows.
So
just a bonus action.
Correct.
Is it?
You take key
Yeah.
points. You
Well,
take
you
use key points, yeah.
you
Well,
spend.
no, yeah, but you have to do it as a bonus action. It's not an action.
Correct. You spend
Okay.
one key point as a bonus action. Now instead of rolling once to hit, you can roll 3 times to hit. Right?
Only if you take
Yeah.
the attack action as well, though.
Correct.
So
Yeah,
you
I'll
roll,
take the attack
do
action as
attack.
well.
and then you do 2 unarmed attacks.
So I do. Wait, this is just so confusing. I'm just gonna roll it out. So I get a nat
So-
20 to start with,
Fucking hell.
and then a 9,
Okay.
then a 19.
Okay. So the first one hits, and the third one hit. The only reason the second one missed is because you hit him so goddamn hard the first time that you just
That
like,
part
knocked
of
him
them
down.
wasn't there anymore.
Yeah.
What
So
the-
go ahead and roll damage and describe how this works.
So this is
What way do you
Damage
do
is-
critical damage?
what is
So the way that I do a critical damage is that it's full damage for the first one. So if
Okay.
if your punch is 1d8 plus 3, you would do 11 points of damage for the first one, and then roll for the second one, and then again roll for your third for your second hit as well. So roll twice and add max damage to that. So max damage plus 2 more rolls.
Roll your
That's-
weapon damage, Curran. Roll your max weapon damage.
Right. Or
roll
your
an
fist
strike.
damage or whatever you would roll.
so it's a 9 is the max damage.
Okay.
So
Excellent. And then roll 2 more.
roll 2 more times.
Yeah.
One with your full weapon and one with unarmed. Yeah.
Yeah, 1d4 plus 5. Twice. That's 9.
Jesus Christ. 18
and-
total.
Yeah, no, 17 total.
17 total. So
Plus 11.
describe how you just fucking level this guard.
No, I just thought with the claw, it bursts into his chest, and I rip out his still beating heart, and it's like doop, 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 doop. And then I look
That's
at the
my
other
heart.
guard to intimidate him, and the other guy falls down, and I'm like, the way of the seagull is strong.
Go ahead and roll
Come
intimidate
now.
with advantage. You go right ahead. You go ahead and roll intimidate with advantage there, buddy.
Can
Yeah.
I, can snaps woohoo as a free action?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. You're having a great time right now.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Imagine getting your heart
Right.
taken out by your boss, because effectively that's what Kern is to these guys.
100% happened.
Well,
Or,
they're
yeah.
coming to attack me. I don't know what's going on. These
Give me an
people
Gilman, do you think we're the
intimidation roll.
bad
Kurt.
guys?
Go ahead and roll that with advantage.
Okay, so I'll roll that twice. That's 18 on the first one. Probably don't need to roll the second one, but I'm going to do it anyway. No, I got 11.
No,
So 18.
The guards who were moving towards you have stopped. They have their hands up and they're like looking around the room like they're reaching for their swords and trying to figure out what's happening, but they're not dead on charging you right now because they're trying to reassess and they don't want their hearts ripped out. You know.
And I've got this heart
heart's in the
in my
chest.
talons, and I take a bite out of it with my beak. It just sinks into the heart.
Jesus.
Oh,
I'm like,
God.
"Hmm,
In
I
the
can taste the blood of my enemies.
in the back of the
You didn't even know who that guy was. I mean, how much of your enemy could he be?
in the back of the room, you hear one of the goblins go, "Meat shield to me!" And the other goblins like pile around him so that he's completely protected by their flesh in like a little dome all around him.
Ooh, why do they have to say it
This
like
is all
that?
brought on by the fact that my father has a giant metal thing in his chest, and
Correct.
I don't know how this has come about. So
eye
I
for
don't
an
know
eye.
if that's ever
Run
driven
into-
me
Yeah.
to cannibalism, but okay.
Is it the
Yeah,
warrior
or
monk
for his-
mode? It's not
for his
cannibalism. These
own
aren't
heart.
birds. They're humans. It's fine.
Hey, it's fine. You can eat them. It's not cannibalism. It's just food. It's just
Second
food,
class.
Orla. It's food.
Yeah, these are
Okay.
It's like
Alright.
giant shit.
Don't
playing with it.
shame their culture, Orla.
I'm shaming it a little bit.
Well, we stopped the practice of cooking children, so
That's
it's all
fair.
good. It's ethical now.
Good. Yeah, right. All right. So after
Some real shady
I
humans.
think that's
So
everything
you
you
got to be
got,
free
right?
range humans now.
That's right.
God,
They had a good life before we had a couple of bites.
They keep them in the field. They're happy. So would you
Free
like
range.
would you what is there anything else you can do, Horn, or is that it for the round?
Anything more? He's done so much.
I know. It's what we
Yeah.
said.
I've done
I mean, I think we need to make him stop.
Yeah, it's fair. All right, well, then,
He's in a bit of a blood rage. He's probably going to
Yeah.
be looking now towards the Hook, thinking he had something to do with all of this.
All right.
The confusion that's been going
you
on.
think?
all right. This is like quickly. Let's just kill everyone on the fucking ship. Okay. So
Yeah.
after
Like it's his
Stealth
fault that
didn't
I've
work.
murdered everyone.
after Horn,
Kilvin
who's
is up next.
All right. Kilvin, you're
I'm
up.
gonna take. I'm guessing that snaps
Paper
is.
Joe.
I'm literally gonna get the paper. You draw a T-Rex. It doesn't work like that.
Is a T-Rex worth 25 gold? It's hard to tell.
You
Or-
can't
or
draw
yeah.
anything alive. It kind of just comes alive for a second and then keels over and dies.
That's
Paper
terrible.
cut out of it. It's like a,
It's a good distraction. Why do I live?
Why do I
exist?
How could you do this? Why would you? What hell must be on earth to allow?
me, mother.
Yes, okay.
It's like Kelvin turns to Snaps. He's looking at the sort of crazy seagull holding up his guard's heart.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm not even sure if we're working for it. I mean, does he want the anchor? Like, is this, like he's stealing it off himself? And I mean, I'm so confused about what we're doing.
The fake anchor does seem a little unnecessary at this point,
He
admittedly.
just hired us as like cover. He thought we'd be crap and cover up the murder of his father. He just want to eat the guard. Like, I'm so confused about what's going on right now.
Everyone
I
stick
mean-
to the plan. 5 minutes later, this dude's eating hearts.
I mean, the owls work perfectly, and you escalated it real quick.
What's the problem? Owls and fucking seagulls are mortal enemies. You shouldn't have pulled it out. You set the whole thing off, Owen.
Look, the show is called I Prepared
We're rat did
Nothing.
nothing.
And our characters decided to take that to heart.
That's fair. That's fine.
I mean,
yeah.
like I literally have no idea. Like, am I meant to be
Yeah.
swapping the anchors around? Like, and then like we're out to sea once we've swapped them around. What do we do?
I do love the idea of
let
Kilvin
me-
continuing to try and put the fake anchor up despite everything going around.
Kilvin's motivation this scene is you want to get a 5-star rating on the Lyft website, or nobody will hire you for the next job. So you're
right.
replacing an anchor.
So what do I do? Like, just give him more guards to eat? Like,
You're replacing the anchor.
You can focus on. I really like the idea of you just replacing
Like-
the anchor. I think that's
like
fantastic.
he's just gonna completely ignore anything, right? Or like just move over. And He's gonna lift
Yeah,
out
I've
the
already
anchor.
got the real anchor down. So you
There's
need to put the fake
the
anchor up.
corpse of there's the bleeding corpse of the guard just slumped over the table. There, right there. Just kind of gently
Just, like,
push him
push
to the
that off,
side.
right?
Right. Brush
Hang
it
on,
off.
I've got some blood on my beak, but I'm like, it's just an intimidation thing. I'm not. Like,
Don't make
you know.
it weird.
Yeah, it's all good.
Get the
I
anchor
get
on the
Rich,
table.
guys, you want to eat a guard? We're on that. Just 5-star rating. Remember us for your next heist. I'm gonna draw the pull the paintbrush out. I'm
Because
gonna
if you
draw.
don't,
We have
I've got-
cards. We have cards. Review cards.
Review
okay.
cards. Anytime you want 100% spot on, whatever you like, heist. I mean, that's not what we're doing, obviously, because that'd be illegal. And I'm gonna draw a
would
like
play
a new
heisting.
case.
Sure.
Oh no, you didn't. The case isn't broken. It's
No,
just,
it'll
No, the
just
case
will
is
just
fine, don't worry about it.
reform when you
Oh,
put
no,
something on the
magical
table.
case.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm just gonna put the anchor on, and I'm gonna like push the cart out the.
Yeah, because
Just
I put the
like-
real one on the card
You're
already.
just like gonna put the
so-
anchor there and just like casually push it away with your foot, like, oh, that's not ours. I don't know how that got
And
here.
yeah, and I'm gonna salute Curran's character. Like, all right, we're on job.
got
right?
Nice to meet you.
Who has the anchor? Is the anchor in the box right now? The
It's
actual
on the
anchor?
card. I put it
the
on the
actual
card
anchor's
last
on the
turn.
card. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
All right. Anything else, Kilvin? Then
I'm gonna leave the room.
you're just gonna start wheeling it out. All right, great.
Yeah.
All right, there's
And this is the
fire,
perfect cover. like-
burning and blood. You're just like whistling as you're pushing it out. All right. Who's after Kilvin?
The
I'm
guards.
gonna have my weapon drawn in case anyone tries to stop me wheeling it.
Oh my God, the guards.
Watch out
Okay.
for his pin.
All right. So one of the guards is moving towards Kilvin to stop him. The other one is moving towards Tyler, who has this new little anchor, right? So they see that there are two anchors, and they want to deal. They want both those back. That's all that they know as guards. See, keep the
I'm
anchors
not worried
safe.
about bloody beastmen.
Get
over
him
I
here.
back.
love that this is
Oh,
I
there's
love that this
one
is
more
a
guard
two
going
anchor
towards that guy.
exhibition.
Actually, no,
There's
actually,
a total of 2 anchors in this whole thing.
actually,
was
I
you know what?
also
You
murdered a
described those.
guard.
Yeah,
is all I'm
to be
saying.
fair.
Tyler, actually, that is
Just
a
four of us
really
are
good
unloved.
point. I would say you're right. That is a good point. So one guard is going towards the golden anchor, right? See, that's the most important thing. The other 2 guards are going straight towards Horan. The first one is going to try and just tackle you, Horan. So I would like you to roll an opposed strength check. And
Is there
B-
no role I can do so they don't notice? Because I mean, there's chaos going on. We've just
Yeah,
swapped
totally.
an anchor with an
Sure.
identical anchor.
I would like
right?
you to roll a like deception or stealth. One of those 2.
Right, I'll do
I was
that.
not going to go up here.
I
in your
rolled a
war
15,
block
by the way.
Okay,
anyways.
hold that.
Could I roll sleight of hand?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I guess. Why not?
Oh no.
Does it
deception.
matter anymore?
Because
Yeah,
because
no.
I have my cloud rune, I have advantage.
He told you
at
roll deception, then you went, can I roll sleight of hand? Now you're trying to argue back deception.
Just give me a roll. Yeah. Just give me a roll.
Okay,
GMs are the worst players.
I get to roll with advantage anyway.
Great.
You made your character sheet. You're meant to know it better than the rest of us.
7 because I get a -1
Oh, bummer. Okay.
or a 20.
There you go. All right, so just like literally just whistling and no one is paying you a goddamn mind as you're just walking clear through this thing with a giant ass cart. The guards run straight past you. 2 of them are going to Horan. One of them's running towards the window. Actually, no, one's running towards the fallen guard. So 2 are going to Horan. Is there anything else you can do, Kilvin? That was it for
No.
you this round, right? Okay.
I could action surge to get really far out of the room.
I mean, no one's
no,
paying you
I won't
any
do that.
attention whatsoever, so you're just fine, right? The first one's
I'm
going
in
to try.
uniform.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, you're fine.
I literally work here.
Right, exactly. You're the only one who's supposed to be here, right? So the first one's good. Oh no, I'm sorry. Actually, Horan's
Oh,
the only one
Curran.
who's supposed to be here. Yeah. All right. So the first one tries to grab Horan. Horan rolled a 15. The guard rolls a 5. So you just like he dives for you and you just hop right over him, Curran. And then the second guard pulls out a knife and just like fuck this and just tries to stab you. Let's see how that goes. And that guard gets
need to
an
stop it.
11. So I don't think that hits either, does it? How do you
No,
dodge
no, it
both
doesn't.
of these guys? Comment for you. One goes to like just
My
like
armor
do a
rating
running
is 16 somehow. I don't understand how
because
that
you're
works.
because you're probably fast. So
You're
one of
a
the
monk.
also because you're a monk, so monks get a little bonus, right? So the
Constitution added to AC.
the first guy tries to tackle you. The second guy tries to stab you. How
Wisdom.
do you avoid that,
How do I avoid that? I flick him in the eyes with a feather. There's no. Like,
Oh, that really stings,
inconvenient.
and it makes it hard to heat.
So you throw up the heart at him. Like, regurgitate.
Can I stick
Oh.
it into his face now?
No,
His mouth
fuck
is
you.
open. and
I
everything.
hate you. Why are you? This is the worst guy ever. Why is he on a boat?
We're ready a comedy podcast.
Jesus.
I'm on a
It's so
boat.
disgusting.
All right, so you're able to just like get like like just like get a feather into both these guys' eyes. Like, oh fuck my eyes, I can't really see, and therefore I'm not very effective at fighting. And that just temporarily disables both of those fighters. The other one runs over to the other guard and sees that he's bleeding out, and like oh man, I'll avenge you, and like pulls a short sword, but won't act until the next round. You could also hear yelling and commotion throughout the rest of the ship, and people, heavy-booted people, running towards this room.
Oh, heavy booted. Okay.
Okay, so if that's the end of the guard's turn,
Yep.
then it's my go. So the guard that just pulled the short sword, he's like the last guard left in the room, right?
That would there are the two guards that Horn dealt with. They're just like temporarily blinded, but they'll be fine next round. So there's those two guards.
Okay.
Then there's the other
There's no
guard
reaction.
who went to the other wounded guard, is like, I shall avenge you, and has pulled a blade. So there's three guards.
But other than the two blinded guards, he's the only other one.
Correct.
Okay, so I shoot him.
I'm gonna bet. Just right the side of the head.
Going to shoot him, please.
Sure, roll to hit.
Um,
Jesus Christ.
okay, so that's a 23 to hit.
That's 100% gonna hit. Yes, absolutely.
And that is 11 damage.
It just, right in the forehead. Like, I will and then just splits his forehead open. And he just slumps backwards onto the body of his close guard friend. It turns out they're actually lovers. It's their first real experience. They had neither had never
Well,
really known love. They both kind of took to the sea
For the
to get away
best,
from
they
their
died on the same
families.
day then.
But they died in each other's arms.
They
And
did.
They were
That's very
together.
sweet.
And this little
Yeah, they
tiny
were together in the
story
end.
that only they know about ends in a swirling pool of blood.
Of just blood. Yeah, generally speaking, it's
Yeah.
good. No, it's beautiful though.
And that motherfucker's dead.
Warren sees this and is just
I like to contribute to art.
Right.
I'm
Oh, that's
touched
so
by that.
sweet.
It's beautiful.
No, it
There's
is.
some fighting about the heart
it is
being in
really
their
nice.
eyes, right?
It's
And then
beautiful.
I sick up a little bit of hard on them just to be.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Like-
no, it's gorgeous. So yeah, so
Valentine's Day story.
bam, take out that guy.
Done.
Art, and then running after Kilvin, and I turn to Tyler over by the window. I'm like, Tyler, put the fucking anchor down. Let's go. Come on. And then that's it. That's
All
my
right. Who's after snaps?
go. That's Tyler.
All right.
Tyler's committed though.
So Tyler's misty stepped back up, like anchor under one arm. He's like taking it out of his arms, like putting it into like his backpack, and he's like, Kobolds, look, I don't know why you're getting rid of this anchor, but those guys seem like a problem. And he points at like the hook and the wall of flesh that he now has around him as a shield.
The kobolds all have their fingers tented and are looking straight at you. And they went to like reach, like their first reaction was to grab it, then they put their hands back, and now they're just looking at you. You have interrupted the ceremony. They all think in your mind at the same time. You have broken the bond and tarnished his prize. He shall come for you now. And they just begin to
Okay.
slowly walk backwards.
So I thought we were going to be able to become friends and allies and fight the hook, but I guess not. You don't like me, I don't like you. I'm gonna Burning Hands level 2 cast a 15-foot cone of fire at them.
You will.
I'm trying to turn them against the other guys.
They all
So-
get stuck to the floor because they're covered in gold.
Do I
It's a
roll?
trap.
Do I roll something to avoid that?
It's dex. It's only 12 dex save, so it's not that hard. But if they fail,
5. I failed. They all failed. They all just looked at you. You know what? They see it coming. The fire sparks in their eyes. They see the flame coming, and none of them move. Their fingers remain tented as the fire washes over them and engulfs them all. Roll damage.
3d6 fire damage. I'll take that, I guess. All right, one
Nice.
second till we fix this up. See, Tyler, he seems like an idiot, and he is, but he also can make fire come out of his fingers. An idiot
Party
savant.
trick.
Oh, cool! I rolled 1, so I rolled 5 with the first one, and the other 2 is. Oh my god, 11 damage total.
Yeah.
That's not bad as what I need.
No, that's not bad. I mean, they're just all burst into flame. You've got 3 little immolated kobolds standing with their hands. They never move. They never scream. They never run. They just stand there and burn. And you took them all out.
Like a burning monk situation. This is really dark.
Like 3 little
So,
candles,
like-
basically. Yeah.
Like 3 little candles.
Yeah.
Tyler is going to shake his hands, like, and just ash and soot comes out the end of his fingers where the flame has come out of the 10 fingers.
Right.
And walk to, like, past Snaps going, I guess they weren't on our side, we gotta leave, let's go, come on.
Why do you still have this anchor?
His anchor's clearly worth a lot of money. Steven Seagal died for this anchor, kind of. I mean,
He's
Stefan.
not dead.
Snaps, I'd like a perception roll as Tyler's walking towards you and you're rightfully yelling at him.
is Steven Seagal dead?
That's not really my
I'm genuinely
thing.
confused.
Steven Seagal
It's like
is
nearly
not
dead.
quite dead. Yes, exactly.
Okay.
15.
It's mostly dead.
So as you're yelling, your eyes kind of wander from Tyler because the window or the porthole that Tyler just left, these golden tentacles covered in scales and slime and seaweed are beginning to crawl into that porthole and like searching around, a trio of them.
You've got a
Tyler,
thing for tentacles. This
buddy.
was last week's boss.
Tyler, buddy, bro, my brother in
Just
arms.
rich
Let me
folk
make
Joe.
something really, really clear to you, because I like you. Don't get me wrong, I like you. But if you get us eaten by that squid monster, I will throw you off this ship myself. So help me, I will chuck you in that thing's mouth and let it eat you. I will watch it eat you. I will watch it
Well,
eat you and I will laugh. Am I clear?
I'd like to see
If
you-
it tries
I'd like
to
to see
eat
you
us,
try.
I will feed you to it.
I'd like to see you try. I've already been off this ship and I came right back on because I'm a gangster.
Do you see the tentacles? Come on.
As you say that, the ship
Hold on a
lurches.
second.
You feel the deck swing to the side as something very, very heavy is now dragging the port side of the ship down towards the water line.
Or, I mean, second option, you said eat like 4 times, and I've had tentacle before. Like, calamari's delicious. How about you use that fire thing? No? Nope.
You're talking to me.
I mean, honestly, I didn't even know where I'm taking this anchor. Like, this corridor leads.
No, our
I can
anchor
carry
is
on, but-
fine. He's fucking around with some other bone anchor. It's obviously cursed or some
You
shit.
can now hear
I mean,
shouting
like-
and yelling of other soldiers. You can hear swords
can-
being drawn. You can hear armored boots slamming against the deck running towards you.
I can
Let's
do
get outta
the
here.
burning hand thing a second time, but it's never as impressive. Like a lot of things in life, like it.
Drop the
Half down,
cursed
maybe.
anchor and let's go.
Nobody knows the anchor's cursed. It's worth a lot of money.
Oh, come on.
Who's up
It's
next?
so cursed.
Can I
Whose turn is
inspect
it
the
next?
anchor actually while we're here?
Can you do what? Can you inspect
Inspect
it?
the anchors on
Yeah,
the table.
sure. If you want to like
Yeah.
appraise the anchor, like you all have like
For
an
cursed
yeah, you all have an idea
This
of what's
is worth
valuable.
at least
Yeah.
2
Go
gold
ahead.
anchors. No.
Yeah.
Can I Arcana check it?
You can roll me an Arcana or Nature, whichever one is higher.
Cool. +4 for the Arcana, baby.
What are the
And
chances
where is
that
my roll 20 odds? There we go. I feel like Kermit asked a really interesting question and just stopped me in a sentence.
No, I was just going to ask, would the Goblin's golden yacht be outside?
24.
Okay.
+4, baby.
Okay, let's start here. So you like you Terminator examined this thing and like you know everything about it. You know that it's made that the bone in it, the skull that's holding it is the juvenile or the infant skull of a dragon squid. So it's like you can see where the little bone flanges go out of it, and you can catch like there's golden scales kind of embedded on the inside of it. So it's definitely a golden dragon squid. These things are legendary, and the components of them are worth way more than an anchor worth. What you're holding right now, in addition to like some of the artistry and some of the magical ruins that have been carved into it, this thing's probably worth 10,000 gold on its own.
And I wonder if it has anything to do with the golden tentacle monster trying to kill us all.
I mean,
There's a
this is
lot
really
of
good.
magical ruins written all over it, and there is some sort of like humming and magical energy certainly coursing through it.
Like
Look,
it's
we-
cursed or something.
I mean, I've killed multiple kobolds. He's eaten a guy's heart. That guy can paint magic. I'm sure we can fight an octopus kraken.
Nope.
doohickey. You've got guns. I mean, you
Nope.
help.
No, I'm a strictly a professional. I shoot the things that I was planning to shoot when I woke up this morning.
All right, you
I'm
guys
just here for the 5-star rating, yo. You know?
you guys are in a bit of a time crunch. So who is next and what are you doing?
It's Curran, I
Next
think.
So-
is Horan.
All right.
So Horan is going over to see if he can aid his father in any way, or at least be with him in his final
Sure.
moments.
So what'd you roll me? A
You
medicine.
like him now?
Unless you have like magic you want to try and
Medicine's
heal
+1.
him with. All right.
Nice. No, I don't. I am without magic. Unless I want to give him a flurry of blows to resurrect him. No, so that's a 4 I've rolled.
You like whip a cloth off one of these tables.
Punch him in the throat.
And you kneel down with him, and you're trying to close off the wound. You're trying to soak up the blood, but the table just keeps running red and getting wetter and wetter. No matter what you do, he's just bleeding out, and eventually his
Father.
weak talon goes up to your arm, and he just kind of gently pulls you down. It's okay, son. I've lived a long life, seen many a sky and many a sunset, and most importantly, I've had the most loyal and loving son any seagull dad could ever have.
Your brother, Daryl.
A son that never, your brother Daryl, a son that never betrayed me, a son that always looked out for the family. I sure do
I have.
love you.
I've been pretty great.
Warren, as long as I can go to the great tin can on the beach beyond, knowing that my son
I'm sorry, the what?
never betrayed me.
May
I'll
the great
live a
tin
healthy
can on the
life.
beach take you, Father.
I can see it. Oh, Horde, I can see it shining. I can hear the ocean. And then his head
We're
just
on a boat.
slumps. Shut up, don't ruin the moment. And his head just slumps into Horde's lap. I love the idea of just like, we're on a fucking boat. Of course you can hear the
What a
ocean.
moron.
Idiot. Glad he's dead. And your father dies in your arms.
I'm playing a very cheerful sociopath. Look at that.
I mean, perfect. We can wait till on the kraken.
So I've noticed this. Like, obviously, I've had my moment with my dad as he slips away, and I notice these golden tentacles come in, and these kobolds go on fire.
Yeah.
And
I
their
think you might
corpses
notice
are
that,
like
yeah.
semi-melted to the floor. I'm like, oh my god.
Snap's piecing out.
These people are animals. The beaky, the hardier things.
Like, we're stealing the anchor that's now yours
But-
by right.
Right, right. You're
It is
also at
mine.
about a 45-degree list right now, right? And
Yeah.
you can like hear loud thumping and screaming from the deck above you, and an incredibly loud snap. It sounds like a tree has fallen, and a moment later, you see one of the masts come crashing to the water line out the window.
So I'm gonna put on my Ring of the Ram, and I'm gonna load up 3 charges and punch the floor.
Why? Why? Why?
What about this circumstance would make you think we should sink this boat faster?
Why? Yes. What?
Because there's
What are
a
you
giant-
possibly thinking?
Make
There's
him
a
roll the
giant
hit.
squid thing.
Sure. All right.
But you're not
All right.
punching
I
the
can
snake.
fly. I don't know what you're talking
No,
about.
try and stop him. Okay, I would like so you
Roll the hit,
you just
please.
like kiss the ring and just go fist. You don't need to hit. He's punching the floor. You can't
It's
miss.
missing.
Nope. No way to
Why am I
miss.
doing person who
No
misses
way to
an
miss.
object that's
The
got
only
that
way,
power?
the only reason for you to roll is to see if you get a natural. To see if you get a 20. You cannot miss.
As a bonus action, can I fuck off?
Only on your turn.
So so I'm doing all 3 charges.
Yeah.
Is that just roll one
Just
d20?
roll
right?
a d20 to see if you get a critical hit. That's all we need to know. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or a
Yeah.
1. If you roll a
Alright.
1, that's
No, I
gonna
got a
be-
12.
I think even this, like, how would you miss? How would you fucking maybe the ring wouldn't go off, but in this case, it certainly does. So there, you just slam your fist down. There's a shaking of energy. So you hit it first, right? And then your whole hand shakes, and the deck begins to rumble, and there is this billowing just howl of a billy goat or trumpet of a billy goat, or I don't know what they do, like whatever the fuck a goat makes a sound, a bleat, I guess, of a goat, right? And it just this bleat just rumbles out across the ship
You know,
as
ram
the deck.
isn't a goat, right?
Well, what do rams do? Do they also bleat?
Rams are a sheep.
What do
Rams
they-
are sheep.
Well, yeah, so they bleat. Sheep's bleat, right?
Hey, but you said goat. That's a whole other animal.
It's roughly the same.
This is the ring of the goat. It's slightly
Yeah,
different.
They're all the same.
You don't know about it because it's the
Ring of the
goat.
goat
This
is
isn't
sheep.
cool.
Goat's
It
just
eats tin cans.
goat's just a young sheep. Don't try and fool me. Okay, so you slam
same
your
animal.
fist down to
Like
check.
the thing is, Aram, like you could say that. You're saying that like I'm saying this really amusing, silly thing. Like I don't know that you could say that shit and believe it.
I actually had a friend.
Or
I had a
we
really
already have a
good
bit of
friend.
side of things. We're all farmers.
who's like-
Don't help them.
Like they were 37 years old 2 years ago, because that's when this happened. So like they were 37 years old, and we were having a conversation about chickens, and I started talking about hens, and he looked at me dead on and said, "Well, that's not the same animal." And I stopped, and I was like, "You don't think chickens and hens are he had no idea that chickens, hens, and roosters were all the same animal. He thought that they were just different species, I guess. I don't know. But he'd gotten to 37 and no one had corrected him. So that was a gleeful moment for me. But in this case, anyway, a ring of the ram gets slammed to the deck. There is a rumble and an explosion, and you punch through two of the three decks. Just boom, boom. And you slam into the bottom one, crack it. Water begins to burst in. You don't punch a hole straight through it, but water is quickly filling the hole that you can clearly see 2 levels below you.
Wow.
Well,
Last time I was
were
involved
you
in a film,
trying
the
to
character
accomplish
died.
with this action?
I really wanted to use it successfully because it's really rare to see that.
That's valid.
And
That's
why
so
you should have been
valid.
made. That's why you should have been made roll to hit. I couldn't hit a fucking statue because I had to roll to hit and I rolled a 1. I'm so upset.
Literally a squid outside. You could have used it on. Why you used it on the floor? Like,
Because it's
Yeah,
way
like the
funnier and we
punch
have
the
15 minutes.
squid.
I don't know what you're
I'm
talking
so
about.
confused.
Who is next?
I mean, if you kill the squid, it's over.
I think it's my go
Kilvin is
now.
next. Me
right.
and Kilvin we're in the process of piecing the fuck out, and it's how
Fuck,
Kilvin
yeah.
go.
All right,
Right,
Gilvin,
I
you're
mean,
up.
right. My suggestion is we go to the back of the boat and I draw us a new boat and then we just fuck off.
Yeah, no, I'm. sounds like
Wait a
great
minute. I want what
It's a
you
25
look up.
gold feast
Look
boat.
how
It's
much.
gonna be
Yeah,
a dinghy
how much
display.
is a rowboat? Is a rowboat 25 gold? You have.
Depends which country you buy it in. If you
No,
go to,
no,
like,
no, no,
a
no.
crap-
According to the
I got
rules.
a player's handbook
Yes.
somewhere. Hang on.
Thank you.
I've got-
Someone
I've
look
got
me up
D&D
and
down
find
here.
out how much a
You
rowboat.
can't buy a
rowboat.
fucking cauldron to fucking brew potions in for 25 gold.
I-
That's
you know
a
what?
fucking boat.
What if you really should have taken a folding boat as your magic item?
I tell you what, you
I
looking
didn't
can
know we were
rowboat.
going to be on a boat.
A rowboat
Joe, you
is
can-
50 gold. A rowboat is 50
you
gold.
can-
So you can't do
You
that.
can definitely paint Mark's backpack, which is a custom-made item on D&D Beyond I've created, which makes a boat.
You can paint a raft.
It's a flat
A raft
pack one.
is worth
It's a roll
25
to do
gold.
IKEA.
So you could,
Right, so-
you can't have a canoe, but you can have a raft.
It feels a bit anticlimactic, to be honest. Like, I feel I should probably fight this. Like, I've literally designed this
No,
character
I'm-
to be, like,
I'm
really good
pro-raft.
at fighting. Like, but I don't
You
feel
think
that
Pern
there's-
is getting on a raft? Don't worry about it. Joe. It's not happening.
I mean,
Flying.
there is a
What is wrong with
phalanx.
you people?
There are a dozen guards almost at the door. There's a golden dragon squid coming in the door. There, I mean, like you could stand and fight. It doesn't seem advantageous, I would say.
I mean, to be honest, if you try and think your way through this entire story,
Yeah.
Curran's character has literally just hired us to create disruption while he murders his father
That's
and
exactly
sinks
what's
the
happened.
boat to destroy the evidence. Like,
That's
this is that.
that's exactly
this is
what's
literally
happened.
happened.
This is all
But I was
him.
always the
plot-
villain.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
we need to kill Curran, right?
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm gonna go to the nearest window and fly away.
I want to give the bone to my mom for her birthday. That's all my plan is.
Wait, who's up next, and what
It's
are you
my
doing?
go.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna.
No,
I'm
it's
gonna,
not. Oh no. Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
is it still
it is.
Kilvin's go? I thought you painted
No,
around.
he hasn't gone yet.
He's changed
Yeah.
his mind. He
He's
wants
giving out
to,
about, he's giving out
wants
about our
to PvP.
story. It's not planned. It's not planned yet.
No, don't bend to narrative whim.
Kilvin spent
All right.
his term scolding everyone. That's what
Sorry,
happened.
narrative whim. I don't know. I'll draw a fruit bowl. Then I don't know.
But no, you can. So we did look it up. You can't draw a canoe because it costs 50 gold, but you can draw a raft because a raft costs 25 gold. So you could draw a raft.
I could draw a raft.
If
okay.
you wish to.
I don't know. I feel like killing Curran now. Like, he feels like he's the villain.
Sure. You could also draw a knife and stab Curran.
Also the villain.
A knife costs 20.
draw a
A
knife.
knife costs like
See,
5 gold. A sword's like 20 gold.
But I've got a great sword. I don't need to draw a knife.
Draw a second great sword. No, that's worth more than 25 gold. There's no way. Yeah.
No,
All right.
no.
Is
I
that
want to
what
get
you
my
want to
5
do?
stars on lift.
Oh, wow.
No, I need to get this anchor off.
Thank you for
Like,
those
I'm-
5 subscriptions, Ain't Slayed. That is quite kind of
Shout
you.
out to
Much
Ain't
appreciated.
Slayed, nobody.
Thank you.
Check them out on
Thank
Twitch,
you
guys.
so much, Copy Cup. If that's you, I'm assuming it is. That's very much appreciated.
Awesome.
Big shout out to Copy
Thank
Cup
you.
and Wes, yeah.
All right. So
Right. Okay. So
what is your
yeah,
action, sir?
I want my 5 stars on lift. I'm drawing a raft. I'm getting this fucking anchor to
All right,
shore.
so you are
I've been hired to do a job. I'm gonna do it.
You're about 20 feet above the water line now, and tentacles are coming in through the windows in the room you're in.
On the
what-
other side.
So, well, I mean, you are like,
So-
there's, so okay, so you want to run to the other side. Okay, gotcha. So you
So I'm
run to the other
gonna
side of the
draw
boat.
draw a new door on the other side of the boat.
Okay.
Push as the boat kind of tilts over. I'm gonna
Sure.
climb out the side that's now almost horizontal, and then when I'm outside, maybe next go I'll draw a raft and then escape.
Okay,
But the opposite side to the tentacle thing, pushing this
Kilvin
huge anchor.
runs to the
Hey,
other.
he's with me.
Are you pushing? You
I'm
still,
out
you
of
still the
here.
fucking anchor? All right, so Kilvin pushes the giant fucking
Oh no,
anchor to the
no!
wall,
I'm gonna action surge. I'm gonna action
Right.
surge to draw a raft once I've drawn a door.
and then go back and get it. Okay. All right,
Yeah,
so
there we go.
he's drawn a door. He's pushed the door open. He's drawn a raft. The raft, I assume, is now fallen to the water line, right? Just like you draw
Yeah,
a
I'm
raft.
sure it's definitely 20 gold raft that can hold a 10-foot anchor, right? For a full cruise liner ship.
It's
right?
fine.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
the raft could hold all of you and the anchor, I will give that one to you. So
Yeah,
I assume
I'll
you
draw
like
some,
draw
like,
a hole
buoys or
big
something.
enough, right? And then draw the raft and like you're gonna push off together, or you're just gonna let it fall.
Yeah,
to
I'm
the
not an
water line?
idiot.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Just want to make
Oh, I'm
sure.
not-
All right, so
My plan. I
you
was going to
see,
escape. I was going to escape a different way than the raft.
you see
Well, you can-
Kilvin, Bugs Bunny a giant hole in the wall, push it open, it falls into the water, and then draw a raft at his feet that looks big enough to hold all of you.
Are you coming?
It's the guards next.
Okay.
So cool.
All right.
Seagull guy.
2 of the guards in the room are still alive, correct?
They were the ones that were blinded. Yeah.
Right. Okay. They were only temporarily blinded. They're pissed. Those 2 are going for Horan. 2 more guards burst into the room. 1 goes for Snaps and 1 goes for Kilvin. So, 2 guards going for
Horan
Horan.
is-
First one. That's a 19. That one's gonna hit.
Yeah.
And 8. So the guy trying to
Ouch.
tackle you hits. The guy trying to stab you misses. So I would like you to roll an opposed strength check and beat. Oh, so that would be you'd be an 18 plus 2. So beat a 20.
Wow. Okay.
Close.
And I'm. Yeah, no, that's all I got.
You almost get away from
16?
him, but he manages to grab you. So he's got he's basically got like one of your wings, and he's got his fingers dug into your
Yeah,
wing, and
yeah.
he's trying to hold you there. The other guard misses you
Unhand me.
completely.
I am chieftain.
I'm rich. Keep your fucking hands off me.
No, like my father's dead, so I am the chieftain.
Oh
now.
right,
This is-
right. You are the new
Yeah.
chief. That is a good point. Yeah.
I am chieftain Horan Seagal.
The other guard, one of them whiffs, just misses, snaps completely, and falls to the floor. The other one goes for, oh no! So Horan, you draw your little. I mean, Kilvin, you draw your little
I thought there were
doorway.
only 2 of them.
No, 2 came into the room. So 2 were in the room, and then
Oh,
2
okay.
more came in. So Ain't Slade gave us 1 more. Thank you for that 1 more subscription, Ain't Slade. That is kind. All right. So you draw this huge door, and it falls away. And as the door is falling away, the guard is charging you, and you see him and like just kind of step back, and he's right out the door, right into the ocean. And that's the round for the guards. More are coming.
All right, so it's Snaps go. So I'm moving to follow Kilvin and help him get like the anchor and the raft ready.
Okay.
But I look back and see that Horan is grappled by some dude, so I'm gonna shoot that dude.
Okay, well that dude is grappled, so shoot with advantage.
Yeah.
She'll do anything for a 5-star rating. I'll kill whoever. It doesn't matter. Just
That's a
bang.
good point, actually. We need to
Yeah,
make sure that he gets out.
that's a 27 to hit.
Okay, all right. So basically, Horan sees you and just spins the guard around to give you a clean shot. You just take him.
And that's 14 damage.
His head explodes like a melon. Horan, you are bathed
Jesus.
in blood at this point. Your feathers are red with blood.
Get to the raft!
Get to the raft. Ah.
And then I turn to, as I'm getting on the raft, I've like fired my shot. I get on the raft. I turn to Tyler and I'm like, you try and get on this raft with that cursed fucking anchor, I will shoot you myself.
God damn.
Who's after Snaps?
Tyler.
Tyler.
All right.
No.
Yep.
I don't want to get in your stupid raft. It looks like it's not even drawn between the lines and it's real shoddy. And like as he's ran up to the back like magical door and he's looking at this raft and it probably I don't know how good a drawer he is, but like there's a fucking there's a
You can
giant
make fun of
golden-
me and you can make fun of it. No, you can't make fun of my drawing. I'm a good fucking drawer. I get to draw with advantage. It's part of my class.
It's not even drawing. It's painting. You're using pigment. You don't even know the art form. And as he's looking down, he's like,
It's
well,
my
this doesn't look like a
second
great
language. I
raft.
speak Dwarven.
he's brought
I don't
this.
know verbs.
But he's brought this like fucking 4-ton anchor onto this small little raft made of balsa wood. And at that
Made of
point,
paint.
it's been paint. Sorry,
It's not made of wood. It's made of paint. Get it right.
So he looks up to his left down along the side of the boat, and Tyler sees that's about a 4 different name I've given him.
Yep.
Sees a lifeboat, and I'm going to misty step onto the lifeboat and just get my own fucking way out there.
I'm sorry. You just see
With
a
my own
lifeboat?
anchor.
I would like you to roll a luck roll. First of all, just
Nice try,
see a
though, nice
lifeboat.
try.
Current
I
can
just
lead a
see a
boat.
way
I would like you
away
to
from your bullshit, Aram.
roll a d20 and call high or low, please.
Current has
I just succeeded.
an army of goblins,
Uh-huh.
2 guards,
Yep.
a fucking golden kraken, and he
made
can
him roll
punch
for
a floor with
everything.
no issues.
Roll
God
high.
damn it.
Roll a d20 and call high or low. You gotta call
18
high or low
high.
first. No, you have to call high or low
You
first.
said to say it first.
Sorry,
fair.
Sorry, I go off how we roll rules for just high works. So
Sure.
I'll go with low this time.
All right.
I'll go with low.
That's not how we roll rules.
Fuck off, Joe.
Oh, so close.
In a moment of inspiration, he runs to the other side of the boat and looks the other end because maybe they're not on the port side. The lifeboats are not on the other side.
So you
The other
look
side
okay.
underwater, being dragged under
Yeah,
by the sky.
that
We're
side's
both
basically
low
almost
again.
on the water line at this point. So that was your one shot. There is
Oh,
no
dear.
lifeboat that you can see.
I have inspiration.
I know.
Okay,
I
I
know.
failed
Sorry.
anyway.
Yeah,
I failed anyway.
yeah. It's still failed. Yeah. There really is no lifeboat. In fact, there was one. There was one. Right. You're like, oh, and then like a tentacle just rips it right off the deck. Oh shit.
Oh, damn.
Yep.
You need a bigger
I
boat.
guess in that case, I will burning hands the crack. Oh no, hold on. Let's try this. I'm gonna shout at the kraken, please. I cast a level 1 command
Level 1
spell.
Really.
God.
Really? Okay. Well, okay. First of all, if
Tyler isn't a clever
if you
man, but
stay
he-
in this room,
this
there are
work-
going to be more
This
guards.
works with
Just so you know, there are going to be more guards pouring into this room every round. Just so you're aware. You would.
No.
But let's start
Let him
with.
shout at
Oh
the
no,
Kraken,
you can do a
please.
move action afterwards. But yes, please, let's do that. What is the DC save? I gotta look up the
Look,
fucking
okay, look, first
Kraken
of all-
now. I did not know I
first of all,
need specific stats for the Kraken.
Tyler Ray. This works for house cats, so he believes animals are animals. This will work on a kraken, and it's a wisdom save 12.
What do you shout?
So,
What do you shout?
So what
Stay.
works? How
No.
you shout at them and they run away?
Don't claw that.
Definitely work on a house cat.
All right, I'm gonna roll with the Kraken's +6 wisdom, and let's see what happens.
Oh, no.
You can roll a 1.
So that was a 10. So 10 plus 6 is 16. So
Welcome,
unfortunately, no, I'm sorry. I wish it. I really do wish it had worked, but this is not a dumb
That would
creature.
have been very funny.
And
This
This is also funny though.
I
oh
agree
wait,
it's a bad boy.
wait,
Mine.
wait, but you're holding the thing, right? You're holding the anchor.
And it's replaced my orb as my arcane focus.
Oh.
Okay, so it just works. So you say this, and like your words are loud and booming and more powerful than you. Like there's something. It feels like the spell almost went wrong, and you just see the Kraken stop, and then slowly begin to withdraw its tentacles from your room.
All right. Right, is someone grab that pigeon or seagull or whatever it is? Because we need to get out of here if we want our 5-star, right? And gotta get paid.
So Horan's there covered in blood, and he shakes off some of the blood onto other people around him. He's like, food fight, and then flies away.
What's wrong with you people? Jesus. You just leave? You just leave them. So you just fly away. You fly away. But what about your anchor?
No, actually, we need the anchor.
Yeah.
So
I've got the anchor. It's on the raft.
It's on the raft. We're ready
right.
to go, man.
So you're out in the raft, then I can go fly, and then it's basically
Okay.
we're leaving Tyler, right?
All right.
Yeah, we're just ditching Tyler.
Yeah, you
We're
can,
like, Tyler, leave that thing alone. Come on.
you can easily fly out that window. Was that? I'm sorry?
Sorry, they tried to abandon me. I've got Misty Step still because I didn't get him my bullshit. Like,
If you guys all want to get on the raft, I would say as a group action, then you can either fly out the window, get on the raft. Like what? Like, do you guys all wish to leave this room?
Not if Tyler tries to bring the cursed anchor
Right.
onto the raft,
Right.
Snaps is gonna try and stop him. If he gets on the raft without the cursed anchor, it's all cool.
I'll make my new pet attack you, so help me God. I've
Put
made
a
a turn
door,
around.
Leonardo.
All right. So then, well, let's just go around real quick and just say what everyone's doing. Tyler, what are you doing?
I was going to try and Misty Step onto the boat.
All right.
I don't have-
Kilvin, what are
Onto
you
the
doing?
raft.
All right. Snaps.
I've just
sorry.
so at this point the whole ship is sinking, right? And
Oh,
we're
yeah.
on. So I'm just gonna push the raft off, jump on, and I've the anchor's on it. I think Snaps is on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
We've got our employer
Flying
who's
over above head.
successfully
Yep.
killed his father and
Flying out.
stolen his most valuable item.
Tyler,
Exactly, yeah.
Misty steps onto it. Do you still have the anchor?
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Okay.
I
As chieftain,
push him into the water.
All right. So Tyler, Misty
yeah.
steps onto
Immediately
it.
just shove him
Yep.
out.
The raft hits the water. The boat gets ripped away, and you just shove Tyler right into the water. He splashes and hit. A wave washes over him, and he sinks, and then rises right back up with a little golden tentacle wrapped underneath his feet as a platform, and a huge golden dragon squid just rises up all around you with its legs bobbing in and out of the water. And I
This is some
think
Moana shit.
we're gonna go ahead and wrap this story right there. That's a really good place.
Tyler-
That's a nice visual for us to
Tyler
end
Pickle's
on.
little beak.
And,
Hang on.
Yep. All right. Go ahead.
Curran, do we get 5 stars on lift?
absolutely, yeah. I was also gonna.
Curran's already
split
doing the rating, just doing lazy circles above you, just already filling out the form.
Yeah. I'm just there. I'm like, they did great. Everything was good. 5 stars for service. 5 stars for timing.
Available
all this
across the
stuff.
multiverse. We're
Yeah.
based in what's that place called in Planescape? We're based in. Mine's gone blank. That funny city with the ring.
Oh,
It
Sigil.
was a really good
Sigil,
line.
based in Sigil.
Sigil. All right, well then your little motley crew and your dragon squid friend then sail off into the sunset. Well, thank you
Oh, I
all
thought I was
for
going to turn evil and smack them. But go on.
Yeah.
So we were actually the bad guys, and this was a
I
lot of
think
fun.
you were definitely the
Guys,
bad guys. You,
were
why,
we
was
the
that a
bad
question?
guys?
Was that a fucking question?
It's a celestial.
Dad was
You
just
were the
trying to
bad
teach
guy.
you about the family. I mean, Jesus Christ.
We were just your henchmen. Like,
This
Yeah,
was a
exactly.
hit, man.
Yeah.
We're good henchmen,
But we were successful. This is fantastic. I think we did a good job.
All right, so well, thank you all for joining us for another, I guess, successful adventure of I've Prepared Nothing. I think I'm going to pare back a bit on the thing that I've learned this week is that I didn't need 30. Like, I mean, guys, I have like there's a hilltop, right? And then there's a forest, and then there's an interior study, and then there's a village and a festival. I don't need 30 of these scenes dragging me down. So I think next week what we're going to do is I'm going to pick. We're going to pick.
next week is Rhyme.
Sorry, not next week. Next time so next week we'll be back for the finale of Rime of the Frost Maiden or the second to last Rime of the Frost Maiden.
Next week is the penultimate episode, so we've got 2 more episodes of Rhyme if everything goes to plan. And we're heading to the underground city of Ythryn, which is the floating netherall city that crashed deep into the Reghead Glacier, and we're heading towards Endgame.
Oh, that's cool. I can't.
I'm looking forward to that.
All All right.
Some very, very cool
I've
stuff
really
happening.
been enjoying season 2. I think it's fantastic. Also,
too.
I got a dragon.
I
literally got a dragon,
that's a
yeah.
win right there, right? All right, so we'll be here next week at 4 p.m. Eastern on Sunday with the penultimate episode of Rime of the Frost Maiden. I will set up a 24-hour marathon that'll lead up to that premiere, where we can like watch all of season 2 and a lot of season 1. And otherwise than that, thank you all for joining us. I can't wait to see you next week. And thank you for going on with this little experiment of this show that I think we've almost got down. I think I've almost got this to where I want. I think a little bit. I think if you guys chose where you wanted to be ahead of time, so that I didn't have to plan 30 visuals, I think that might help a bit and like actually be more true to the show because you'd be preparing less. So
We will be on an airship.
yeah, I think we'll
Have
try
to,
that next time.
was doing some heavy lifting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should. Yeah. I think but will regardless. I think is
I'm not
what it
gonna
is.
lie, I want to give a go at DMing this because like story is less important because it's a mess from the player's point of view. So like, why not?
Right, exactly, 100%.
I thought this was relatively coherent, to be
I
honest.
think we
with
had a really, by the end we had a cohesive
you.
story. It's a terrible
when-
heist.
When it was summarized as Horan trying to kill his father and steal his wealth,
I challenge you to write a review of this that's less than an A4 page that makes any coherent sense. There's no way this is a coherence. You can't cliff note this
No,
anyway.
it was
this
pretty
is-
simple. We
yeah.
turned up, we killed a bunch of people, we stole some stuff.
Horan
Straight
won,
fire.
his
There's
dad
two
dead,
paragraphs
man.
on how to pronounce.
yeah.
There's two paragraphs on how to pronounce my name alone.
Angry seagull hires henchmen to steal golden anchor from boat. Like,
There's your
what's
byline,
difficult
done.
about that? Like,
Yeah.
If you had just been able to say your name the same way more than twice, we would have been grand.
All right, and with that, I think we're gonna head
Pie
out.
liver, yeah, that was it.
Anyone else have anything else to say before we sign off? I'm gonna
Follow
take
us
that
on
as a
Twitter
no.
at Does It Roll.
Yeah.
And we will see you all next week. Have a good one, guys. And we're
Bye.
out.
Bye.